Dice Clay will stop by. He just got thrown off The Apprentice.
Yeah, we got to talk about that. Why did he bother to do the show?
First of all, Dice was maybe the worst person ever to be on The Apprentice. The guy goes on, and the idea of The Apprentice, I'm not an Apprentice watcher, but I understand the show.
Oh, you saw it now? You watched the episode?
I didn't watch the episode, but I'm familiar with it. And the fact of the matter is that the idea is that you want to become Donald Trump's apprentice.
Right.
So you have to, they needed him to raise money by selling cupcakes. Some guy's like, I'm not going to sell cupcakes.
Yeah, he couldn't wear the hat. He couldn't do the things that it would take.
He goes, I'm from Brooklyn. I don't wear that kind of hat.
I can't look like a jerk off.
Yeah.
And then it was, in that sense, it was funny, but you're right. He stopped playing the game.
Yeah, I mean, what is that? I mean, why go on? I mean,
it's called The Apprentice.
Right. I mean, why go on it?
You might as well call it the jerk off.
And I think for Dice, it's kind of a come down. Like, the guy was selling out Madison Square Garden and stuff, and now he's doing The Apprentice. It's had to be a tough blow for him. I think he was trying to act like he was above it.
And by the way, he says that a million times in the episode.
Is that right?
I sold out Madison Square Garden 4 times. And again, I bet Trump knows how to tweak people, and it makes it fascinating. The thing that annoys the fuck out of me, and I'm sure a lot of regular people watching it, is Trump sits there evaluating all these guys who at one point were champions in their field. Dennis Rodman.
Right.
One of the
Joan Rivers.
best rebounder of all time.
Right.
Joan Rivers, well-respected
Host
comic.
of The Tonight Show.
Right. And Rodman has 5 rings. Dice Clay, at one point, the biggest comic. And it's him and his son and daughter
evaluating,
just basically laughing at these people. like Dice is trying to, Dice grew up in Brooklyn, probably not a lot of money, made something out of himself, and now he's there and he's fumbling over trying to explain himself, as is Dennis Rodman, and Trump's kids are laughing at him.
Oh no!
And they're just sort of like, well, you're not coming off well, and you don't seem like a leader. And why aren't you a leader?
Right. You're not a businessman.
It makes you want to fucking crawl through this fucking TV and strangle him.
So that'll be good to see Dice in about a half hour or so.
Yeah, we'll get his take on all
That's right.
How you doing, Andrew? Dice Clay here on Howard TV. It's going to be another fascinating episode of Dice and Stern and the gang.
Now, what are you going to be talking about today, Dice?
Well, I'm sure I want to talk about The Apprentice. Just sort of like what's going on in the world of Dice.
Nice.
That's what I'll be talking about.
A lot of new stuff?
Yeah, I would say so.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right, man. We'll see you in there.
You got it.
Andrew Dice Clay is here. He is controversial again. He was on the TV show The Apprentice.
First to be kicked off.
Oh, I like those glasses.
That is no distinction to be proud of.
I gotta wear them.
Why?
No, because I got a shot in my eye for, like, fluid.
Let me ask you about that. I've heard people get a needle right in their eye.
Doesn't hurt. It's a mental thing. You go past it mentally.
But there's no physical pain when they put a needle in your eye?
Why are they shooting things into your eye?
I don't even know.
Oh, you know. Stop
I just told you.
No, you had fluid?
Fluid.
How
so
do you
it
get
drains
fluid
the
in your
fluid.
eye?
Well, that they don't know. That happens. A lot of people get it.
Is that like a glaucoma thing?
No.
Is your eye messed up?
Yeah, months ago. Like, if I closed my right eye, everybody in here would look like from another planet.
So those big glasses?
You know what I'm talking about? Like when you did the show. And serious.
That's right.
That's what it would make it look like. It really fucks up your head.
I don't mean to be rude. George Takei, I don't know if you know.
I know. We've met in here
You've
before.
met George, yeah.
Yeah, I know everybody here.
Right.
How is everybody?
No one's all that good.
Everybody's good.
Nobody's doing all that well.
No, the book is doing great, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, you happy with it?
Extremely.
Artie's eating.
He decided to have lunch while you were here.
No, I mean...
What are you eating, Artie? I mean, honestly. What is going on over there?
Mozzarella and turkey.
Oh.
Uh-huh.
All right.
No, thank you. Man.
No, serious. I see it all over, I'm telling you. I actually go into bookstores. I don't know why. For coffee, normally.
Did you read Artie's book? I mean? Would you bother reading Artie's book?
I would read. You got one to autograph or something?
Sure, yeah.
You can't buy one?
I would. I'll give him the money if he's doing good that way.
Are you very cheap, Dice? Because Shuli claims that you called him and said, would you open up for me and do it for free for the honor of doing it for Dice?
No. He was asking for, like, too much for him.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. He got carried away.
I'll be honest. I didn't know who. Like, I wanted another act on the show. I wanted a few comics. So they go, Shuli from the Stern Show.
So he tried to take advantage, you feel, in
No,
a way.
so I go, who the fuck is he?
Yeah, right.
I go, I know everybody in the Stern Show. You know?
There's Shuli.
So I said, let him be happy he's actually opening the show.
Right.
And but he did a great job. He's a strong comic.
And that's not that's not exactly the story.
Oh, there he
Somebody
is.
called me.
Where'd you come from?
I flew him in.
I didn't even know he was in here.
He snuck in. Well,
That's
it's
the
the
eye
eye
thing.
thing. You can't see. What is it, Shuli?
One of his people called me and they asked me, "Are you available to do a show with Dice?" And I
Right.
said, "I am." And he says, "What are you asking for price-wise, or would you like to do it for the love of Dice?" It wasn't, but it wasn't
that?
him that said that.
Oh, that's hysterical.
Yeah, and
I like that.
I said I love Dice, but I love paying my bills too, and I asked for some
Is
money.
it true when you open for Dice, he busts your balls? I heard what Dice likes to do with other comics is you were in the middle of your set, and Dice
No,
told
not the middle.
the beginning.
Yeah, before he even went out.
Like a minute before I go on stage.
You know how many
What did he do to you?
He comes, he pulls me aside, and he goes,
Wait. Before you say, you know how like we used to do the pranks, like I affect
Yes,
people?
I know you're a prankster.
Yeah, I love doing that shit. So I don't know this guy.
Right.
I'm in Toronto.
Yeah,
you know.
who is he? Yeah.
"It was my
So I-
first time playing
All right,
with
so
him in
go ahead.
Toronto."
So
And
what did you do?
So, well, he goes, "You know what would be really great for you to do when you go out there?" He goes, "Ask people who's excited for Dice. Ask them who loves hockey. Ask them who's from
just all
Canada."
things that people would applaud. Like, how many people are here from Canada?
Right.
So you know they're going to go, yeah. How many people here love hockey? Yeah.
And he says-
because I don't know if he's got material. You
Right.
know?
Who knows?
And he says, right when they're at the peak, right when they're at their craziest, you talk about the song I'm going to come out on stage to that my kids wrote.
So you did all this.
Yeah, it was the greatest
And
thing.
then you bombed, right?
Well, he basically said, do it for 3 minutes, and I went out, and I ate a
it was
shit
awful.
sandwich for 3 minutes. And the funny thing
You
is,
enjoy
I
watching
was
a guy
on the
bomb.
floor laughing.
and I
Is it a power game when you Dice? You want to see if you can control the other comics?
No, it's more of I get to laugh a little because.
well, that's what he
aren't you
told me
concerned-
backstage. He says, it's not funny to them. It's
No,
funny
did
to
I
me.
did I ever really care about if a crowd
Don't
is
you care if
silent?
maybe you want him to bomb so that you'll look even funnier when you come
No,
out?
my show is all about affecting people. It's more.
I see.
It's like myself in the middle of my show, I'll come out with something I know is going to tank.
Right. Why?
So if they're really laughing, it's like I put a stop to that.
Why? But why? I don't understand. Why?
Because
Explain
then
that.
I have to dig myself out.
You like the
Sometimes you
challenge.
can, and sometimes you just keep bombing.
What do you mean? What would you say to an audience to bomb? I mean, what
No,
would you...
because when I came up in comedy, like Don Jameson, who also works the shows with
Yes.
me, like he says to me, he goes, it's unbelievable with you how you really don't care if there's any laughter in the room. He goes, I can't get to the microphone quick enough
To get a laugh.
hear some kind of laughter in the room.
Sure.
He goes, you walk out, you stand around for a few minutes like you're looking at the decor of the room.
Right.
Like the crowd isn't there. But that's part of what the fans that come to see me love.
It's part of the performance.
Yes.
The fact that you
Yeah.
don't care.
So an opening act, coming out there and discussing the music that I'm going to walk out to and why this particular song is getting played and who
That's
played
funny to
it.
you.
Yeah, because the crowd's looking at him and I'm seeing this like, number one, who the fuck is this? And why is he discussing the opening song?
Howard, I come out on stage, I do the whole thing. Who loves hockey? Who loves Canada? And everybody's just ready to fucking explode.
Yeah, I
and
get
then
him
I go,
some craziness.
And then I go, let me tell you about the song he's coming out. And this guy yells out, get the fuck off stage.
Just fucking crickets.
And I'm like, holy shit. So here's my only punchline. I go, his son Max plays drums on it. He's been drumming since 11. That was my only punchline. And I come off stage, I'm sweating, I'm fucking just ate a shit sandwich.
But the second night, didn't you get to go out and kill?
Absolutely. But,
Yeah.
but
I
he
heard
says
when
to
you
me,
went out to do your real act, Dice marched another comedian on in the middle of your set and just told him to grab the microphone. and do
No,
it.
that was a different place.
All right.
The second night in Montreal, was a bigger place.
And he
He
did
had to go
well.
out and kill.
no, he let me do 15 minutes, and I killed, and he actually listened to the whole set, which was very cool, because a lot
Right.
of comics don't do that, and he was...
You liked it, Dice? You liked what you heard?
Yeah, I think he's great. He's doing
good.
more shows with me. But this is the thing, the new thing I do, it's like a new thing. No, like with the comics, like there's 2 or 3 comics
All right,
on the
so
show.
it's a new thing.
So instead of just a comic finishing up, they never know
What's
when the
gonna
next
happen?
guy's coming on.
I see. Dice,
You know,
you're
like
always an
rappers do
innovator.
that.
You're
you know
always
how
an innovator.
Well, I got it from the whole rap world because, like, a lot of rappers go out together, and right in the middle of one song, here comes another rapper saying, you know, basically the same shit. And then the other guy's like, all right, I'm done for a little, all right?
All right, I'll see you later. And another guy comes
But
out.
the beauty of being a comic is the guy could be in the middle of the bit, and here comes, like, Jim Florentine, like, just walking out, because you never know when the new guy's going to come
But
out.
you would never allow a guy to come out during your set, so
Well,
you
I'm
know.
Dice. It's my show.
Come on.
Just like this is the Howard Stern show.
But you're messing with guys a little bit.
No.
Come
It's
on.
all about for comedy's sake.
All right, all
You know,
right.
and then like Jameson and Florentine wound up doing their acts together in one place.
Howard, I'm on stage at Governor's.
One of them walked off. I go, where you going? You guys are killing. Go back out.
Yeah.
I said to Jameson, go back out. And they stayed on for 15 minutes. And the crowd's dying from it. They're
So
eating
you're
it up.
like a producer in a sense. You make these guys even funnier.
Well, I don't look at it like a producer. I look at it like this is about laughter. It's, you know.
Surely,
I was on stage at Governor's, and the whole time I'm up there, I know Don's going to come out at some point. I don't know when.
You never know when.
And I'm after every joke, I'm looking over my shoulder like somebody's going to come and kill me.
All right.
And then I realize when he's on
nothing
stage.
to do with that.
No, I'm just saying. I realize when he's on stage.
Is it
minute
like
you
when you went to a concert in the old days and all of a sudden guest star Eric Clapton would walk out with the Beatles and play the guitar?
Yeah, but I don't think of it. I use the whole rapper thing.
Okay, all right.
Instead of Eric
Shuli.
Clapton, it's Shuli.
Right, it's Shuli. Shuli, I have to see you do that now. Now I'm
He
fascinated.
did a great job. What happened?
I didn't tell you to leave.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Why don't you leave?
You heard the new wait a minute. Did you hear the new album?
Yes.
Tell them what you think of the new album.
What new album?
I got a
Dice
new
has an
album. Well,
album.
you know, all right. I'll just say they could go to. It's not out. Nobody gets to hear it really.
All right.
You know, but they could go to Andrew Dice. No, they go to AndrewDiceClay.com, and it's coming out very soon.
Does anybody buy comedy albums anymore? Is it tough
No,
to
not
market?
in stores,
No.
but all through the internet.
You
But
download.
I played it for Shuli,
And he liked it.
and I'll let him say what he thinks of it.
You know, he mic'd it in a way where you not only do you hear him on stage doing jokes, but you hear table conversations of people that are loaded and are commenting on. It's like a DVD audio commentary with a stand-up.
Like don't know what to listen to.
Right.
But it's a very, I consider it like really a rock and roll stand-up album.
But Shirley, be honest. Some of
Yeah.
this is humiliating to you to go out on stage and not hear any laughs. It's humiliating.
There was in my
You were
mind
being humiliated.
when he asked me to do
Why
that
would
thing
you
in
say that?
Toronto.
Well, he was
Because you
having a
sent
good
him out there.
time.
He
You
wasn't
weren't
having a
there.
good time. That's not what he
You
does
weren't
on
having
stage.
fun?
No.
Listen,
he was.
if
He's
I
afraid
let
to
him
tell
say
you.
it
He
his
wants to
way.
work with you some more, so he's afraid to be
But
honest.
why would he want to work if he was getting humiliated?
Because
now I
it's
can't
work.
have him.
Work is work.
Because of you.
I felt like it was a test he was doing.
You
Like
just
to see-
killed his job.
No, you humiliated him.
Yeah, well, then I can't have him.
Well,
Well,
now
that's
you can
right.
sit at
If he
home
came-
and
I don't
not
want him
be
doing this
No,
humiliated.
listen. If he came to you and said it's a humiliating experience
Right.
to, work with Dice, I can't have him there because that means he doesn't get the joke.
No, he didn't come to Howard and say that.
He never said anything.
he didn't?
No.
You don't know the
Howard is
calls.
saying it.
I'm
You don't know
saying
the
he
phone
was
calls he
humiliated.
gets at home?
Yeah, no one calls me.
Oh,
Trust
okay.
me.
Shuli ain't
go
calling
ahead.
Howard.
Surely you liked it.
No, I did. I listen. I've been a huge Dice fan for many years, and
No,
it
but
was
did
an
we
honor
have
to work
fun,
with
the
him.
truth?
I enjoyed working.
It's hard
with
to
him.
do. It's hard to go up there and purposely bomb.
Right.
It's hard to do.
Well,
Guys,
Shuli wasn't
speaking
planning on
speaking
it.
of purposely bombing, I want to
You have
talk to
to
you
warn
about
her.
The Apprentice, which you just came off of. Now, I'm going to talk
we
some
don't need
sense to
Shuli.
you.
We don't need Shuli for this.
No,
one.
No,
Shuli's
he's
gone
gone.
already.
He's gone.
As quick
I'll
as
see
he
you
was-
later.
Dice,
No, wait. Before you get into this, I'll talk about The Apprentice. But did he say that to you, the truth?
No, this is the first I'm hearing of it.
No, because when he's with me, it's like he's
he
like
said
my
he
new
had
friend.
a good time, or fire him. I mean,
No,
what
he
can I
said
do?
we became like friends.
Yeah.
No, that's our interpretation of the story. He didn't say anything.
Dice, I'm making conversation.
Oh,
Now, listen. Talk to me about
that's
this.
what talk radio is.
Yeah, you went on The Apprentice,
Okay.
and some would say, and I might be in this camp. You went on there, and the purpose of the show is that you're trying to be Donald Trump's apprentice. I know in real life that's not your aspiration, but if
No,
you're
it's
going
not.
on the show and that's the premise, you went on and you purposely
No, that's
didn't try
see.
hard.
This is what I don't like.
You did not
See,
try
I
hard.
watched the show.
Okay.
And
What happened?
okay, I went. What happened is I got a call the night before. They said, "Would you want to do the Celebrity Apprentice?" And these shows, today, like, Apprentice, Dancing with the Stars, all
Sure.
that. You know, they get huge viewership.
They do, and
You know,
it's a good
like
opportunity.
40 million people watching. So,
Right.
you know, as a stand-up, it's great to do a show like that. You do some charity.
Absolutely.
You get seen. You know, it's the biggest audience. You know, when they were airing the commercials during the Super Bowl, you know, it's the biggest audience I was ever in front of ever on
Right.
television, movies.
Sure.
You know, and, you know, obviously we know my history. I don't got to go through that shit. But I'm saying this is a great thing. If you're in concert, you know, let people see you on a show like this. But what happened?
But you got embarrassed. I feel this is my theory.
There was no embarrassment.
Listen.
You're doing like you did to Shirley.
No. I'm asking you. I'm making conversation.
I know, but you can't. This is what he did.
You were supposed
this is what
to sell
Donnie did.
You were supposed to sell a cupcake.
No, but don't
were
go to the cupcake yet.
Go
You're
to
in the
what?
wrong spot.
What spot am I supposed to be
From
in?
the second I said hello to this fucking guy.
Trump.
Now I know Trump.
Right.
I used to do the Taj. I used to, besides performing there, I would
Right.
gamble big there.
Sure, I know you're a big gambler.
Is he? I
And
didn't
the
know.
funny
Yeah.
thing is,
talk about how much you gamble.
I used to, I could lose.
$1 million a night, right?
Well, I never lost $1 million. There was one time I lost 700,000 3 nights in a row.
On what?
What?
Blackjack.
Blackjack.
But
Oh
I would
my
also
God.
win that much.
He bets crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
bet crazy, but I could win $500,000 in one shoe.
Really?
So
Artie,
yeah,
you're
it was
lightweight.
like it was like I was-
$700,000 in 3 days, and
No,
that was,
that
and the
was the
most
worst
you.
lose. That was the most I lose it in.
You would bet
Lose it.
100,000 a hand, right?
What?
You would bet
lost it, Id?
you bet
No, lose.
you bet you you would bet
whatever.
You would bet
What's she
100.
got to say? I'm sorry.
I understood
I didn't
you.
go to
Vassar.
Brooklyn Community College.
100.
sorry.
You would bet $100,000 a hand, right?
No, I would bet 10 grand a hand right across the table. Take the whole table. If you double down, it's like 60 grand across the table.
Right.
And I would dare the dealer to beat me.
Right.
And
he did.
Yeah. But then
Repeatedly.
I would turn it on.
Do you gamble anymore?
No, I haven't gambled or smoked in 8 years.
Yeah, because it became.
No, you just
a
grow up,
problem.
right? You know, I was really doing it out of boredom.
Right, and you're pissing
Yeah.
away money. I mean,
No,
that's hard-earned money.
But the thing was, yeah, it is hard-earned money, and you
Right.
realize that in the long run. But, you know, with balance, it's like ping pong. The minute you sit down to gamble, to me, you know, you're losing.
Right.
Because even if you win a lot, it's not like going on stage and doing a great show.
Right.
Like Shuley.
Right.
You know, it's you're just getting money for really nothing. So
But
it
why
meant
did you
nothing
stop?
if you
Because you don't make the
You know
same
what?
amount
I
of money
just-
you used to.
No.
And you said, hey, probably your accountant sat you down and
No,
said,
it had nothing to
listen,
do with the accountant. I just didn't want to gamble anymore. I just saw
You
what a
lost
waste
the
of
urge.
time. Yeah.
I could believe.
Same
I tell
thing
you,
with smoking.
like,
I'm a very disciplined guy with the things I want to do.
Right.
Or not do.
that's
Right.
impressive. Just to
Yeah.
stop smoking
I
and
just
gambling.
didn't want to do it anymore. I quit smoking one time before I quit for good.
Yeah.
But that time when I quit for 18 months, and I wanted to smoke the whole time.
Right.
Because the pressure was on me like, oh, you should quit, you know, from doctors. So I quit, but I wanted to smoke, so I started again.
Dice.
Then,
Dice.
You're not letting me finish. Why
All right,
you
I have a
like
lot of
this with
questions
me?
and I have time,
Okay,
to consider. I need.
All
I
right,
need,
so forget this. I quit
all right,
fucking
okay, you
8
quit.
years ago. I
What
don't
I'm
fucking-
concerned about is you're going on The Apprentice.
All right, so let me tell you what happened. All right, go ahead.
My theory is,
All right, I'll let you.
you
Want me to let you say it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
First of all, there's a school of thought
You're the host. You
that you
should.
go on The Apprentice and you behave yourself to the point where at least you accept that it's a game and you want to win the game. I get annoyed when I watch, let's say, Dancing with the Stars and the guy doesn't try.
Yeah.
There was a black guy. What was his name, Robin?
He was, oh God, what was his name?
I can't think of his name.
One of the football players.
No, he was a
rapper,
rapper.
and he was on Dancing with the Stars, and he refused to even put on the dancing shoes.
Master P.
Master P. He says, "I'm not putting on dancing shoes. It's not cool. Master P don't wear dancing shoes." Meanwhile, you got to wear dancing shoes if you're going to dance, and if you're going to be on The Apprentice, you got to want to be Donald Trump's apprentice. Now, a lot of people have gone on these reality shows, Dice. I'm going to name a few.
It's like a school teacher.
Yeah, Mario
This is me all
Lopez.
the time now.
Mario Lopez. The guy's career was nothing. Went on. Now he's got a TV show. Lisa Rinna. Now she's hosting the red carpet. She's got a whole career going.
He's making like 5 figures a year.
Yeah,
running.
Jerry Springer, the guy who no one would touch him in prime time. All of a sudden, they gave him a prime time show after he was on Dancing with the Stars. If you go on there and you at
I
least
don't want no fucking show from this.
yes, you
no,
do.
I
You
don't.
want something. Why did
No.
you go on then?
No,
That's beneath you.
I've been in concert for a few years again,
sure.
and that's what I like doing.
Right.
Okay.
Yes.
So, No, so there are things I want to do because whenever I do like a TV, like a sitcom, that kind of thing,
Sure.
you know, I'm always miserable with it. I can't hang out in one of these studios all day and learn lines I don't think are funny.
Well, you were very good as an actor. I remember your movies.
It doesn't matter. It's not what I like doing.
Okay.
You know, like when I did Bless This House and I was playing the pub, I didn't like doing it.
Why did you
so
go
when
on
they
The Apprentice
canceled
then?
it,
Why did
I'm
you go on
telling
The
you
Apprentice? Why?
Because it's huge viewership, and your fans get to see you on TV for a little while.
But it
And
seems
then-
like
and
you
then-
were embarrassed by the premise that
No,
you did
no.
not want to. You were
You
like the
are
guy who
not
won't wear
letting
dancing
me
shoes.
talk.
You went on the
just
show.
like fucking Donnie.
Right.
Didn't. I'm telling you something. I know when
You don't
somebody's
listen.
fucking with me.
You do not listen.
No, I listen. I don't want to get mad today.
All right, go
I don't
ahead.
want to get mad. I came in. I'm in a good fucking mood. They flew me to fucking Syracuse. These assholes. The fucking pilot. I'm like, don't you know where you're going?
What pilot?
I'm going to New York.
You booked a
I'm
flight
going
to New York
Kennedy.
and he flew you to Syracuse.
No, these assholes called me the other day. They canceled the flight.
Right.
Because they go, it's snowing, that kind of shit.
Sure.
Okay, thanks for the call. Take care.
Right.
And I go back to banging, which you know, that's what I'm good at other than performing.
There's no doubt.
So now, all right, with The Apprentice, let's go back to that, right?
Right.
I'm the nicest guy in the world. You know that. And so I get the call.
I don't know that.
It's actually Rosh Hashanah Eve. No,
okay.
you do know that.
No, you're not the nicest kind of. Well, you have a
Right, well,
very
you
intense
also-
sense of humor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I have different humors.
You're
You don't-
funny, yes.
All right. So they call me. I gotta be there. I gotta drag my dick out of my girlfriend.
Oh, come on.
No, serious.
That's not true.
Yeah, it is true.
No.
To get on a plane and be there.
Dice.
No, serious. I'm not even kidding around.
I really want to be serious with you.
I'm being serious.
Why did
You're
you
not
go on
letting
The
me tell
Apprentice
the
if you didn't
story.
want to win? Why did you go on The Apprentice if you didn't want to win?
Yeah, let me tell. Because
Simple answer.
it's huge
Truth.
viewership.
Yeah, but you want to go on and play the game. No, you didn't want to win the game.
Well, you're not letting me get to that because that's what you do.
All right, go ahead.
That's the little game you play.
I don't understand.
So, no.
We haven't gotten anywhere yet.
Because he's not letting me.
I just know he went to
The minute I-
Schenectady.
No, Syracuse. That was
Right.
yesterday. But
Okay.
then they took off and brought me here.
All right, so what happened
All
on
right.
The
So
Apprentice?
the minute I get there, okay, you know, it's like to do the press for The Apprentice.
Okay.
Like even when they call me, I like said, you know, to my kids, you think I'd be good? And they're like, yeah, you know, you would do good on
Sure.
that show. You know, you're a smart guy. And I'm like, all right, you know, whatever.
Are
know.
your kids goofing on you?
No,
like you goof on the
they know I
comedians?
could do good. I'm a pretty smart guy. Don't go
Could you
by
have won The
my
Apprentice?
language.
Could you have
I
buckled
didn't think
down?
I'd win, but I
Right.
thought I'd do real good.
So why did you
You're not
throw it
letting
all
me-
away? Why
Because-
did you throw it away?
Jesus fucking Christ.
We would have
I
been
tried
proud
to be
of you.
nice and
We would have been
calm.
proud of you.
You could still be proud.
No.
First person off, that's not good.
Oh, really?
terrible.
No, be the second one.
No, Dennis,
Who's looking
Dennis
at the
Rodman.
second guy fired?
Dennis Rodman.
No, this is...
he beat
You want me
you.
to tell you the story?
Dennis Rodman beat you.
Yeah, so what?
Well, he doesn't
He
even
didn't
care.
beat me.
He beat you. He was there longer than you.
All right, good for him. I hope he's still there.
And if you want
What do I give a
publicity,
fuck? I couldn't give a fuck about anybody
if you want to
on
be in
there.
front of a large audience, now you're off the show. You're not in front of the audience. You had 1 week on there.
Well, how much I got to stay?
Well, come on.
No, but you're not letting me tell you what happened.
Go ahead.
All right, so I show up there in,
Right.
in good spirits, the whole thing. I go to shake Donnie's hand. I haven't seen him in a long time.
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
All right. No one calls him
Well,
Donald.
the people don't know
What do you-
Don.
Yeah, well, I'm
Donald.
trying to help you.
Wise guy, always wears tighty whities. All right, so I go over to shake his hand. You know, when you haven't seen, like when I didn't see you for a while, you give it like a little hug. How
Sure.
you doing, right? So he gives me one of the handshakes like he's the fucking president, this guy. Like strong arm it. I'm like, all right, what the fuck is, because I could feel it. You know, I'm not a stupid fucking guy.
You know
okay?
you're paranoid?
So no,
You
wait
mean the
a
guy
minute.
shook your hand and you're catching a vibe?
You're not letting me go on about
Well,
the
because you
story.
just said
How much you
something.
want to talk about the handshake?
No, you said you shook his hand and you could see he was doing something.
I didn't like it.
What did you like? That he shook
I didn't
your
like
hand?
it because I was watching him say hello to other people and he was hugging them.
Oh.
Yeah,
right away with
so
you.
I'm thinking,
So you think
number
he's-
one, they call me last minute, okay? And I'm going, what's this? I know this guy. I might not be his bosom fucking buddy.
But you know him. You
think-
worked for him.
You know, yeah, but I'm saying, you know, treat me the right way.
Right.
So now they shoot the beginning of the show. See, I'm not mad about what the show was. It's what you didn't get to see. See, what they did, they fuck with me through the whole show. And his whole angle with fucking with me was about the women thing. He was talking to me more about who I am on stage. You know, this is what was in the boardroom. See, when you see the editing and it just jumps
guys,
to
that's
something,
my point.
you're not listening.
You are paranoid.
No, this is not about paranoid.
You
It's what
read
was
into
said
things.
to me. Okay.
You read into things.
All right, listen to me.
Dice.
If somebody said to you,
Go ahead.
You know, you're a fucking child molester, would that get you angry?
Yes. Did he say that?
Because,
No.
No, I'm using an example.
Are you a child molester? Is that what you're trying to say?
So anyway, the minute they shoot the first scene on the Intrepid, he gets off the fucking, helicopter. The cabs are not good enough for this fucking guy, right?
Right.
Big shot.
Yeah.
Like I don't have any money, right? I don't have Trump money, but I got money for a cab. So, so he gets, and he's greeting everybody from Rodman. For some reason, he liked kissing Rodman's ass, and I'm friends with Rodman.
Right.
Dennis Rodman, who did this, Joan
else?
Rivers, who did this, Herschel Walker, like this great, ball guy.
So they
I don't
didn't
follow
treat
sport.
you with respect?
So then he looks at me and he goes, "You still like women?" And you can see it in my face right there at the beginning of the show. I'm like, the fuck is this? So now...
You still like women?
No, wait a minute.
That's insulting.
No.
That is insulting.
No, wait a minute.
He's implying you're gay.
He didn't say anything about, who I am as a performer. That's why I did on the show. Because
I see.
Now we're coming down the steps, and over comes, Marky Burnett, another big shot.
The producer of the show. Mark
No, I
Burnett.
don't give a... You know what? You want to make movies shows about living in the woods and eating ants? Good. Sure. So he comes over to me, and he says, "How you doing?" I say, "I want to ask you something." And Tom Green was watching this whole thing.
Tom Green, the comedian. Yeah.
He's like 10 feet away watching this. He came to my room after. He goes, "I couldn't believe that's what they got to be filming."
Yeah.
No, so I go, "Let me ask you something. Why did Trump say that thing to me up on the boat?"
Yeah.
I go, "Everybody, 5-time winner, this, that. Why didn't he look, Andrew Dice Clay, world-renowned comic, just anything like that?
Right.
Why about, he's talking about my act, like what I do in the act."
Right.
So he goes, "Oh, he's just ad." I go, "That's not an ad lib."
It's written down,
I
yeah.
go, "Is he setting me up?" I go, "Because if he is, let me just go home now." I said, "I flew in overnight." No, wait a minute.
No.
And he starts
Dice,
walking away.
I got to
Wait.
step in.
No, don't step in, because I grabbed this fucking guy and I go, "Look at me when I fucking talk to you."
You grabbed Mark Burnett?
I grabbed him right by his fucking arm. Don't
Yeah.
walk, because I don't give a fuck. I don't need no fucking show living in the fucking jungle and eating fucking worms. I go, so I don't give a fuck about you or this fucking show if you're going to look to fuck with me. What is this, fucking quiz show?
Yeah,
I go,
but
"I'm
hold it.
warning you.
Hold it.
If you fuck with me," I go, "I'm the worst guy. I got the worst fucking mouth, And he goes, "No, we wouldn't do that." I go, "Make sure." So now in the boardroom,
I'm going to interrupt you. I have
you're
seen you
interrupting what you
self-destruct.
don't know.
No, listen to me.
I do self-destruct.
I saw you go on CNN.
I
you
ruin
cursed
every
out
fucking relationship I have.
You do.
Yeah, well, that's how you gonna have a new one if you don't ruin the one you're in. You went, Mr. Big Shot. Oh, I could get married again. I could prove I could be married again.
Sure.
Yeah, but
I'm trying.
now, now everything passing by.
But Dice, you overreact. You were on a TV show. Now you're grabbing the producer. You're smacking him around.
I didn't smack
All
him.
right,
I
you
just
grabbed
said,
him.
"Fucking look at me when I
You get
talk to you."
paranoid with people. I'm telling you, you get a chip on your shoulder. You're on The Apprentice. Enjoy the show and get into it a little bit.
None of
Well,
this
the minute
happened,
they
is what
fucked
you're
with
saying?
me.
So getting kicked off was your revenge.
No, it wasn't about being kicked off. Once they fucked with me,
They're not fucking
I didn't
with
give
you.
a. They were fucking with you. Weren't in the boardroom.
Oh, come on.
No, I'm serious. So he's sitting there. When we have the
But
big
he's
fight.
in charge of judging you. He's
But
the
wait a
judge
minute.
and the jury.
Fucking judge
Something-
me.
It's like, but wait, Dice, the
Who are you to
premise is
fucking judge me?
because you're trying to get a job with him. That's the
I
premise.
don't want a job. I
We
just want
know
to be
that,
on
so
the
why
show.
go on the show?
For the fans.
The fans don't care if you're on Apprentice.
Yeah, they do. They love me because
you
I'm
went
funny
on
and I
there.
entertain them. But I was going to do the gig. So what happens in the
But
boardroom?
no, you could never get a job sitting there and fighting with Donald
when
Trump.
they told me, see, he fucking knocks you down with the fucking.
But you know your boss is always going to fuck with you. You got to put up with it.
But
He's the
you-
boss.
But you don't make somebody bake like an asshole.
No,
serious.
No, come on, come
you
on.
know what?
You know the premise.
If I had The Apprentice, I'd give them fucking things to do that weren't
of
fucking
course.
humiliating.
You would too. You do
No,
it
I
to
wouldn't.
comics.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
different. I'm a comic.
When
I
you're
can
the
do funny
boss, you
things.
humiliate the comics.
Look, I got nothing against the fucking guy, but when you're in a boardroom and you're sitting there and it's getting heated, and I'm going, "Let me ask you something, Donnie." I said, and I was serious with him.
Yeah.
I said, now this is the stuff that wasn't on the show.
Go ahead.
I go, let me fucking ask you something, because I was getting mad.
Yeah.
Right?
Right.
I go, why is it that through this whole thing, everybody's, I named the fucking group, Kings of the Universe.
Wait a second. Stop for a minute.
named
Now
the
I'm going to ask
group.
you to stop for 1 second.
I did that.
1 second. Did you understand the premise of the show when you signed on?
Yeah.
What is the premise? Tell me the premise. I want to hear what you think the premise of that show is. What is the premise of that show?
Why are you pushing it? You do like...
The premise of the show is Donald Trump is judging you. And now you get on the show and you don't want to be judged by Donald Trump.
I don't care if he
You can't
judges
do
me
that.
for the gig, the
But
task.
that's it. He's judging you.
Yeah, but he said the wrong thing. You don't say the wrong thing to me.
A boss says what he has to say.
You know what? But it's a TV show. It's not a real job.
Well, come on.
I didn't leave there going, I'm unemployed.
I
got
wanted
nothing
you to come
do.
off this where you would be the host of a brand new show.
I don't want to be the host of a new fucking show.
I think you do. I think you do.
I really don't.
You love show business.
I love
you
show,
love,
but
you
I'm
love
doing
doing
what
stuff. You love doing different things.
Yeah, I want to put. You got to help me with the book, Artie. I want to put the book out. We'll put it together.
He's writing his own book.
I got a lot going on. I got Gene Kirkwood's putting together the Dice movie from the book.
Here are your co-stars from The Apprentice.
I
want your
love to see the
opinions.
Dice.
I
Yeah,
want your opinions.
That's something to talk about. That's something I want to do.
You spent. How many days did you spend on The Apprentice set? How long was the whole thing?
I did the episode.
One
I don't
episode.
know.
Okay, so. These are your co-stars. I want your
You don't
impression.
even listen. You don't even want to know.
I want to know what happened. But listen to me. Here are you.
I got nothing against Donnie, but don't open your fucking mouth and tell me I made a career out of demeaning women. And I go, no, I made a career out of being fucking funny.
Oh, he said that to
what
you?
he
Yeah,
said
but
to
they
you?
don't air that on the fucking air.
Oh,
You understand?
well, that's
and when
different.
he said that, that's why I wanted to quit the show. See, I wasn't quitting because I'm a quitter.
Right.
I was like, okay, you want to fire me because I didn't go in the little room for 9 hours and dip my fucking dick in chocolate and make fucking cupcakes, then fire me.
All right, so you're saying he
I didn't
said
give a
things.
fuck.
He
But
insulted you.
he
off
insulted
camera.
me, and I said, you know what? This show's in front of this show airs in front of 40 million people.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I go. You're talking about what I do on stage as a comic, that's me as a man.
Well, that's different.
I said, and I'm holding you fucking responsible. I go, my kids are gonna watch this fucking show.
Okay, now
and I don't
get it.
stand for that shit.
Now
but
I get
they
it.
don't show it. They just cut to me going, I was the biggest comic. I sold out all the arenas. So it came.
Now I understand. Now I see what you're
so
saying.
what I said, I want a fucking apology from this guy.
Go ahead.
And then at the end, he did turn around and goes, you're not a quitter, you're a winner. Yeah, because when you back a bully against the fucking wall and go, don't fuck with me with this, that's why it was cut out of the fucking show.
Well, now I understand your point.
And I love the guy. I think he's great. I think he's, he's
Why
a
do you
good
love the guy if he was
service guy, builder, whatever he does?
Why do you love the guy? I happen to have a nice relationship with Don Trump.
No, because he did me a big
I like
favor
him a
years
lot.
ago.
He did.
Yeah, he did
So
my
did you,
sister's roof.
Why didn't you pull him aside? Did he do your sister's roof?
In Brooklyn. His father built buildings in Brooklyn.
Sure.
So this is what I don't like. I went to meet with Donnie, right? Comes into his office, right? He walks right in, and Hot Tub Johnny was actually filming, right? And he goes he walks right into the office, just like we did with you, right? Walks and go, my hero, right? I'm his hero behind closed fucking doors.
Right.
But yet now we're doing a television show, and I demean women. And I don't go for that shit.
All right,
They
you're
set me up
making a
from
good point. So why do you like him then?
No, he did me this favor.
So you're willing to forgive this?
When I met with him in his office years ago, he goes, so we're going to be able to make a deal with the hotel? I go, well, that's not what I'm here for. I go, my sister lives on the 6th floor in one of your buildings in Brooklyn, and the lady keeps complaining underneath on the 5th floor about a leak.
Right.
I go, and it's not coming from her apartment. And I go, maybe there's something you could do because that's your joint,
Right. So he went and fixed the roof.
And he looks at me, he goes, you're kidding, right? And I go, no, I'm really not.
That's what
the
you do.
The next day, there were trucks outside the building. This was amazing.
Right.
And he had the entire fucking roof of the building done, and I thought that was a cool thing.
That is a cool thing.
So now I see him years later. I want to give him a little hug, and you're strong on. I felt like I was being set up. Just when you're looking at a comic and going, you demean with now. I can't prove that because that wasn't what it aired on the show. They cut out.
But you didn't know that at the time. What
I
was
didn't
going
know
to be
that.
aired? Okay, so you got
when I went on
insulted.
Inside Edition, I said some things. I called him Donnie Chump. I called him Donnie Dump, the Dump Towers.
Right.
I don't want a war with a guy, but don't treat me like I'm a little kid, like a fucking asshole. In front, would he like me to fucking demean him in front of his kids?
Well, I
didn't
understand
say one
what
thing
you're
to
saying.
his fucking kids about, I wasn't looking to knock him down as a man.
You were treated differently than the other contestants.
Yeah, all the other contestants were built up as who they were.
Well, let's talk about the other contestants because you certainly have a big resume. I mean, you should be treated with some respect. Now, Joan Rivers, of course, has done many things.
Well, Joan Rivers is great.
Right,
I love her.
All right.
And
Melissa
she knew to
Rivers.
shut her fucking mouth.
Did you like the daughter, Melissa Rivers?
Well, the daughter, I think, is the one that said, I'm the one that should get fired. Like, she hung out. She didn't even hang out with me.
Well, she did say something about you, and I'm wondering what you would respond to. Did you read this?
Please, don't make me... No,
let me give you the quote. She said, Dice, well, he just wanted to say as many funny things as possible and overpowered the rest of his team. There was a time in the boardroom when Dice was going on about selling out Madison Square Garden and listing his accomplishments to the point that everyone in the room was getting uncomfortable. It became borderline sad.
Other than look like the Joker's daughter.
So in other words, you're a big
Next time
comic.
she goes for a fucking surgery, let him bring the head up a couple feet so she's not kicking herself in the fucking chin. That's what she should fucking do.
In other words, she's saying...
58 years old. She's stuck to her mother's asshole.
You're saying, in other words...
Go out there. When she's fucking, is Joan standing there going, you're doing a good job, Melissa?
She's calling you sad, and at the same point... Wait a second.
What did
You've
she
accomplished things.
Now, I like this girl. I mean, to me, she's fuckable. Face down, they're all fuckable.
Right. You never
Joan
discriminate.
would be fuckable. You see what you did to her ass? I love Joan Rivers.
Right. I know you do.
You know what I mean? And I even made a conscious decision. Is that the right word?
I believe so.
That if she even fucked with me, I wouldn't fuck with her because I have such respect for her.
Right.
But the fucking daughter
she has no
wants
right
to open her fucking mouth. Why is she even there? Who are you?
She's the
What'd
daughter
you
of
ever
Joan
do?
Rivers. I don't know.
It's one thing when she was younger, stand on the red carpet and try to get some rich cock walking by.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
She couldn't even do that.
Right.
She's like 58 years old. All the surgery, like saran wrap, was wrapped around her fucking head.
Well,
I mean, the mother's one thing. She's in show business.
Right.
Wants to look a certain fucking way.
Right.
And then Jones on the fucking, they're showing her, this face costs $150,000. I'm thinking, get your money back. The fuck? And I love Joan. No, but she set herself up when they show that clip. It's just a funny joke.
So
but I don't mean that.
It seems like the daughter, Melissa Rivers, was on, and as you say, you worked,
damn it,
you grew up.
Motherfuckers, they all.
You didn't grow up in a rich background, and you worked your way up.
That's right.
You should be respected by her, certainly, the Melissa Rivers. Playboy model Brandy Roderick. I mean, she took her clothes off. She's a good-looking girl, right?
You know what? There's nothing wrong with a chick, and I told you this last time.
Right.
About breaking into that boxes.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
The minute those fucking pants got anybody. See, I
liked
can't.
her.
I'll never come down on. Number one, I met my new chick, through Brandy.
Oh, is that right? All right, so you liked her. A Deal or No Deal model,
How you're not
Claudia.
going to like her? I wouldn't care what she said to me.
Yeah, she's hot.
I wouldn't care if she cut my foot off in the middle of the night if I was dating her. I go, that's an accident. Please get back in bed and keep sucking.
You could forgive a lot with that girl. Deal or No Deal model Claudia Jordan. I don't know her, but I imagine she's good looking too.
Yeah, she was good looking, and she had ability.
Khloe Kardashian.
She could go out all night, fucking party, and be up like she slept 9 hours.
And looking great, right?
Phenomenal. I got nothing. Khloe
Kardashian.
You know
what does she do?
No,
she's the
you know
sister
what?
of Kim,
She
right?
don't have to do. She's got that fucking ass that just.
You like her?
Yeah.
How old a girl are we talking about?
You know what? You know what? Because she's a little thicker. I like chicks that are thick and beefy. You know what I like.
I know what you like.
No, I'm serious.
No,
That's
I do
what
know
I
that.
fucking like.
You like the
there
big
was even
ass.
a shot of her in the show, like where the camera was from the ground.
Yeah.
And you can't help but start pinching your fucking helmet going, look at that. But didn't you see, I had good chemistry with her as far as like fucking around with her.
So you liked her. Did you like a poker player, Annie Duke? You probably you didn't like her.
She's going to be, in my opinion, the hated one because she's hateful.
Okay. You didn't like her.
And she's angry.
Really?
Yeah, she's an angry one. You
professional-
watched the episode.
What about golfer Natalie
That's why she was
Gulbis?
picking on the good-looking Playboy playmate.
I see.
When she goes, you can't sell a tray of cupcakes for $9,000. Why not? What if he wanted 1,000 of them? Give him 1,000.
Right.
What the fuck? They were selling them for $1.
I could see
but
why
here
you
comes
lost,
the
though.
pretty girl.
I could see why you lost. You're a very independent thinker, and also you
know
got
what? But I
into
came
it.
here. See, because I ain't gonna put on that fucking hat and stand there like somebody's fucking jerk off. Oh, give me the batter.
George, what do you make of this?
The
Does
other
he have a-
guys,
George, does he have a bad attitude?
Clint fucking Black.
Clint Black, you
a
like him?
fucking bore.
Oh yeah. That's what, a country singer?
Country singer.
Yeah,
Who's he married
just a
to?
fucking bore. Sandra Bullock.
No.
Yeah.
Jesse
no.
James is married to Sandra Bullock.
Then he's married to somebody else, right?
Yeah. And why is he so bad? He just stands there like a piece of wood?
Like a fucking shit kicker with the fucking, I'm a cowboy. He's a real fucking shit kicker. I wouldn't care if he sold more albums than everybody in the world. I looked at him and go, shit kicker.
Was he not nice
You
to
know, working on the fucking farm, jerking off his pig into the mud, this asshole.
Well, you obviously had a run-in with him, Clint
There was
Black.
no run.
No, I see. You didn't see the episode.
No,
he didn't watch it.
I
No,
didn't
when
see
he would
it.
talk to
I
me.
saw it. I saw Clint Black. He was a little disrespectful.
He was even more
I think so.
disrespectful.
Little bit?
But I
A little
wouldn't. I wouldn't even acknowledge him.
What do you mean disrespectful? What did he say to you?
I don't know. He like wanted
Had
to
an
try to
attitude?
show he was funny, and he's not.
Yeah.
You know, and he's little. You know. See, I liked
Oh,
Scott.
boy. Something must have really gone on.
No, nothing went on. I'm
on.
telling. What? Would I have a problem talking about
I
this
don't
asshole? You know, Scott the ice skater.
Yeah.
That's why I wanted him fired. I figured let's just get him out of here because let him go skate somewhere. Let him go find the fucking lake and do some pirouettes. You know what I mean? But he was at least an interesting guy when you talked to him. He would talk about the whole Tanya Walensky thing where they hit her with the bar.
Monica Lewinsky.
Tanya
Tanya
the
Harding.
ice skater.
Tanya Harding.
He was there like when that happened.
Right.
So don't let his little fucking innocent look fool you.
Were you annoyed a little bit at Trump's kids for being sort of like condescending, maybe?
You know
a little
what?
bit?
I'm not. That's where me and fucking Trump differ.
Yeah.
You know.
So you're calling him Trump.
Fucking Donnie Trump wants to look at me and say on TV. Now I don't know what the edit was going to be. That I demean fucking women. I didn't say one nasty thing to his kids. I would never do that.
Right.
So they're not involved in this.
Of
But
course,
the
yeah.
kids,
You know?
Artie felt that when the kids were judging you, it was too much for you to take.
Kids were judging me.
Well, I mean, if you watch it,
You know what?
not
Let
just Dice, everybody there, and like they weren't being rude or anything.
But they were
were being,
laughing.
Yeah.
but in a way, you could see like they're.
Call Rodman. Ask him what he kept talking about with the daughter. But I'm
Uh-oh.
the guy that demeans.
What did
Go
he
ahead.
do? He wants a banger.
I'm not
right?
going to talk. I'm
the
not going to
daughter
talk
is
about
hot.
it. The daughter's hot. She's
beautiful.
But I'm the nicest guy. I'm respectful. You know, and let Rodman tell you. You'll call him.
All right, okay.
You know what I mean?
Listen, it's his story to
You
tell.
know, and Donnie's sitting there kissing his fucking bull bag.
All right.
You know.
Well, because he
like
knows.
kissing
Because
his
he
fucking-
knows if he doesn't kiss his ball bag, he'll get up and kick his ass. Rodman. Rodman will kick.
He won't
anyway.
physical. Nobody's going to get physical.
Come on, what are you talking about?
Nobody's going to get physical. But everybody
Ralph,
else.
go ahead. Ralph, I know you said you were down on Dice. Do you still feel the same way after Dice's explanation?
No, not at all. And, you know, The Apprentice kind of sucks because this would have been a good storyline because I understand Dice going, like, they call him the night before. He's there to play a game. And then
I brought humor to the fucking
he's
thing.
like, you know what? Fuck this. I'd be the same time. I'm not going to sit and bake fucking cupcakes.
But
for that
also,
asshole.
forget that. If he would have treated me a certain way, I would have done the fucking task.
Right.
That's number one. And I would have done it the way, even though I didn't want to do it.
You felt you were demeaned.
Yeah, so I figured, you know what? At least be funny and sell tickets on the road.
Do you think from being there, who gets
No,
fired
what-
is totally Trump's call? Do you think the producers consult with him and get? Or do you think it's
I
totally
feel,
Trump's
you know,
call?
because of what happened with me, to me, it's like the fucking movie Quiz Show. That's how I felt about it.
You felt it was fake.
That's my opinion.
But wait a second. So
You know, I mean, I can't prove
Answer Ralph's
that.
question. Go ahead, Ralph.
But when somebody's fucking with you and pushing your buttons, sooner or later that person's going to
No,
explode.
'cause Ralph
and
makes a
gives you the
point.
reason to fucking fire
Okay.
him, and then you cut it all out in editing.
Ralph, go ahead.
Right, it would have been a great storyline. And what sucks is like Dice is one of the top people on the show, and you wanted him to be on the show for a while. You know, now I'm like, who else is on?
Like,
Yeah,
who's
no,
your
I
star
agree.
Fucking player.
That's
I
a good
agree.
point.
I mean,
Hey, Howard?
plus he was being funny. He was
And
being
plus,
kind
you know what else I
Maybe
cut
it
out?
was a setup. I don't know. What is it, Fred?
Me-
I was
and-
watching the thing last night. My wife was actually upset that Dice got kicked off. If anybody should have gotten kicked off, it should have been Herschel Walker because he was the jerk that was heading
Yeah,
the
and
whole
they
he's
thing.
normally
boring.
fire the team
Or
leader.
Rodman. For some reason, Trump wanted Rodman on that show.
They normally fire
He
the
should have
team
drop
leader.
kicked him from minute one.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And Herschel Walker's boring.
Marianne from
Totally.
Brooklyn, go ahead. You have the word.
Dice, you made that show. You were so freaking good. I love you. Donald Trump made the biggest mistake firing you. I cannot believe it. When fucking Brian McKnight, he didn't say 2 words. There were so many losers in the background.
You live alone.
Very attractive, actually.
Married.
Let's go to Ray. Ray, what do you have to say to Dice? By the way, I haven't even mentioned that you can see Andrew Dice Clay tonight and tomorrow night at Caroline's on
At
Broadway in
Caroline's, and
Manhattan.
also I'm on sale at the
Palazzo in Vegas.
Yes. You can go to carolines.com for tickets and see Dice March 25th through the 29th at the Palazzo
What about
in Vegas.
Cleveland? Did you mention that?
I'm going to tell no. What is going on in Cleveland?
Cleveland, I'm in concert. I think you played the place. It's like 3,000 seats. State Theater. Is that it?
Yeah,
in Cleveland.
in
That's on
Cleveland,
sale now.
Okay, when is that? When are you coming to Cleveland? Do you know?
This is what I'm saying. This is what one good thing about the show. As far like I'm not trying to do like the arena thing anymore. Everybody asks me because on my reality show I said about Giant Stadium.
Right.
And if I would have had that forum for a while, that would have been something I never did. But as far as like the arena thing anymore, like that's why I was trying to even explain on the show. I go, that's like a dream I already lived. So now it's about doing,
well.
things that are creatively great. That's why I'm saying I don't want no sitcom.
Ray, you're on the air with Dice and
I'm
Comac, New
here.
York.
Why
Go ahead.
you here? I could do this.
Go ahead.
Howard. Hello, Howard.
Yes,
I
Ray.
spoke with Sharon the other day, and she's still upset. She's almost 30 years old.
What? He's trying to do an impression of my mother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who is?
No,
I didn't
what
know.
an
Is he talking
asshole.
to?
Let's go to Lee. Lee, you're on the. I'm trying to get some phone calls for you. Lee, go ahead.
Bless you, Howard. Dice is one of my comedy heroes. 2 quick questions, and I'll be on my way. Dice, we love you. It's a shame that you keep sabotaging your TV appearances.
No, I know. I can't. It's just what happens.
When are you? We got to get a sequel to Ford Fairlane, and when are you going to box Danny Bonaducci?
Danny Bonaducci. He's a buddy.
You're friends with Danny.
Yeah, I like Danny.
Dice,
I loved his show.
Dice, what's going on with you and Jerry Seinfeld? Now you don't like him either.
Seinfeld?
That's what it says here, that you don't like Jerry Seinfeld.
I love Seinfeld.
You like him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You know what?
Right.
A lot of times when I do interviews and they talk to me about the world of stand-up, like I'll say, I will actually say, like, Seinfeld is the perfect stand-up comic.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But I can't watch him for more than 3-4 minutes.
Why is that?
Because, I know how funny it is and how clever, but any comic really, I'm more of a rock and roll guy, and that's why I do more of a rock stand-up type of show. I try to bring the excitement to stand-up. Guys like Seinfeld, they stand there, it's all funny, and obviously they love him. He's had the biggest sitcom in history.
Right.
But I just could never do stand-up like that. Because I'm always asked, who do you like in stand-up? And I say, personally, I don't give a fuck about any of them.
Yeah,
I pay attention to me.
Right.
I'm living my life the way I want to live it. You know what I mean? If there's box, that's what I like. I'm too busy.
And you have 3 girlfriends now?
No. Why you're going to get me in trouble?
Do you have 3 girlfriends now?
No, you're really going to get me in trouble.
No,
I'm
you
seeing
have
a
3
girl I
girlfriends.
like.
Oh, you have 1 girlfriend.
No, I had 1 girlfriend during The Apprentice that broke up with me because I'm me.
Why do women break up with you?
Because I'm intense.
You're a big
you know
star.
What I mean?
Why would they break
They
up?
love banging me. You've heard Eleanor talk about it. You know, I'm really fucking good at that.
You think Dice is good in bed, or do you think this
No,
is
forget
bravado?
about that. I'll put him on the air, these chicks. I got no problem
Robin,
with
do you
that.
think he's good in bed? A guy who brags this much about how good in bed he is it
Because
possible
I
he's not
focus
that
on it.
good?
Let me ask you, when you're in bed, let's not talk about your wife, but when you're in bed with a girl, all right? Now, I know you are with her, but I'm not talking about her.
Right.
I'm being respectful.
Go ahead.
Do you focus on what's going to make her really happy? Do you care? If her...
Sure, a little bit, yeah. I mean,
A little bit.
Yeah, I mean, not 100%.
Yeah, I mean,
see, that's the thing you don't imagine Dice doing. So you do that.
No, I'm a complete romantic with that stuff. I can't wait for that box to just fucking blow open and just it gets
Sounds
so
good,
wet.
sounds
It's like it starts sucking on your fucking dick like that mouth.
I don't think I've ever had anybody get that excited.
No,
Robin,
but
do you believe that Dice is really good in bed? Do you think he thinks he's good in bed, or do you think he's really good in bed? I think he thinks
Say whatever
he's
you
good in bed.
want. What
Come
do you
on.
think? I have
We don't have any.
When a guy brags that he's great in bed, does it mean that he's great in bed?
And I'm not standing here going, I got a 14-inch fucking dick. Nobody believes me. I'm not saying that.
I believe you.
I'm saying...
But you talk about how self-centered you are. I can't imagine you really thinking
I'm
about
on
the
this
woman.
show as an entertainer. This is my entertaining.
You give women pleasure because you want to own them. You want to be in charge.
Yeah, but what's wrong with that? What's
Nothing's
wrong with really...
it, but the fact is, it's for your own purposes.
I look at it, whenever I'm with a new girl, I always look at it, it's always individual. It's like you look them up and down like a
Who's
fucking
your new
car.
girlfriend? Is it somebody we know? Somebody famous?
No, it's not somebody
Where did you meet
famous.
this girl?
I met her through. I went to a party that Brandy had up at the Playboy Mansion.
Well, how come you're going
And she
through?
supplied the clothes.
How old a girl are you talking about?
25.
25
well,
years
she just
old.
turned 25.
She must be very beautiful. She's hanging out at the Playboy Mansion.
Right.
They don't let
Where's
anybody.
my fucking
Yeah,
phone?
come on, give me a
You
picture.
got pictures? But why
Let's
is he
see.
going through these women so
I don't
fast?
know
Every
for
time
what.
we
I don't
see
have
him,
my
he's got a
fucking
new
Because
woman.
he's hard to live with.
Is that right?
Of course.
No, you know what? Because, do what I fucking tell you to do and everything will be all right.
Because you're difficult.
Hey, I
No, let me
understand
tell you
that.
something. I don't expect a lot from a girl.
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't
George,
need
are
him
you
to go
learning
out.
anything from this
I don't
interview?
need, George, you know.
He is a dynamic, singular
No,
character,
but
and he has no business
George,
doing
I like
The
you
Apprentice.
and your people and like
And your people.
Which people?
Which people?
What, yeah,
You're from
what people
Bangkok
is-
originally, right?
What?
Bangkok.
Bangkok.
He's Japanese.
Japanese.
I'm from
Japanese
Los Angeles,
people-
but my grandparents came
Okay.
from Japan.
Okay, but Japanese and Japanese women, they cater to their men.
That's
they
true.
make their men
That's true.
feel good. They
That's
take
true.
care. They're not like these
But I have a
fucking Beverly
Caucasian
Hills
man.
fucking mockies that it's all
Yeah, but
about
he
me.
has a guy.
And I'm going, what?
He bangs guys.
I have a Caucasian guy.
All right. Well, you know what?
Caucasian men
I
are
don't
like
even-
Asian women.
Look, Georgie, look at me.
Yes, yes.
You're a nice guy. I got no problem with, you want to do that, that's fine. you didn't go and get kids, did you? Do you
No,
do
I
that
don't.
shit?
No.
Yeah, that's the only thing.
Is that a,
My
is that
nephew
a
has-
problem?
You know what? How would you like to be, like, if you were a kid, like, in, like, a fucking orphanage, you're 17 and a half, and all of a sudden the warden comes over and goes, I got parents for you, and you walk out and there's Bert and Bruno, and you're looking at the fucking warden going, you know what? Put me back in the cage. I got 6 fucking months left here. Now, you go home with these fucking guys. You go home, you're hiding in your fucking room in your bed. Guy comes in to tuck you in, you're like, I'm sitting on this fucking bed.
Come on.
Who's mommy? The one with the small
17 and a half, you
Don't you think, guys, it's good, though, to
Who the fuck is mommy?
Would you rather grow up in a loving family?
No.
than
You know
if
what?
It's 2 guys
I don't
or
mind
2
the
girls?
gay thing.
Yeah,
If-
right.
if, you know what? And I'm not pissing on it. Do it. Have a good. As long as it's not me.
You've never tried it?
You know,
We
don't get
accept
jealous.
you.
Never tried it.
Dice, you never, when you were a young boy, I know you were very attractive. Did no guy try to snap a towel at you and grab your penis
No.
or nothing? You never
No,
had
I'm
that.
not saying. No. When? When did this happen?
You never had a gay incident?
No.
Okay.
Oh, you're going to start this shit.
No, I'm asking you.
I told you last
what
time.
shit have I told?
I'm 51. If I wanted balls mashed in my fucking face, what am I waiting for? I like spots. It never, I'm telling you, it never gets old. And I told my chick, grow the fucking hair down there like a woman, okay?
Do you really? Is
You're
she
young
fully
enough.
shaved?
I don't want to feel like I'm doing anything fucking illegal.
If she's hanging out at the Playboy Mansion, that means she's fully shaved. Most of
No,
those
she's
girls
not a
shave.
playmate. She's not a playmate.
What does she do that she got
She
there?
has a clothing company and was
Oh,
supplying
that's
the
a catch.
clothes for all these little pigs up there.
He likes
must
a
make
big
a-
bush.
And don't get me
makes
wrong,
stripper
I like
clothes?
those girls.
She
The
makes
Playboy-
stripper clothes?
Yeah, what, you need something?
Wow, that's hot.
I'll say,
And this
yeah.
girl must make a good living.
She's beautiful. She's Mexican, Italian, and Jewish.
Remember, I want to see a picture of this one.
I don't fucking, I wasn't thinking. What am
Wow.
I thinking?
What's wrong with you?
Well, you never show me nothing.
What, you want to see a picture?
Of your wife? I see, yeah.
I mean, I don't know. You
Yeah.
want to see? You've seen pictures of her.
How come Donnie was at the wedding? Why would you? You're a street guy
I like Donald
me.
Trump.
I like him too, but I wouldn't have him at a
said
wedding
you're
unless
calling
he
him
paid
Donald
for it.
Trump. You
That
don't like
was
him
a
if you're
slip. I
calling
was
him that.
mad. Now I forgive him. I'm sorry. I don't. Look, I'm not.
Are you upset
starting
you
no
weren't
thing.
at my wedding? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I'm saying, we're friends a long time. So what if we didn't
But
talk
come
for
on.
10 or 12
That's
years?
what I'm saying. We haven't talked in
No,
so
but
long.
for the last couple of years, we've been hanging.
You never had a friendship with
But
Chevy
look,
Chase, and you had him there.
How much fun would we have had if I was at your wedding?
That's the problem. You're a loose cannon.
I would have made it like a fun wedding.
Yeah, Beth wanted like a.
I would have been in the audience going, you could do this.
Beth wanted to have a nice, quiet wedding. You know
Was
what
it
I mean?
quiet?
Yeah. It
How
was
many
nice.
people?
How many people were there?
About 200.
Well, if you have
200.
Donnie there, what's he going to talk about?
He had a fun time.
Yeah, and like I say, you know what?
There's my wife right there.
If he's,
there you go.
Where?
Right there.
Look at her. That's a beautiful broad.
Beautiful broad.
She is beautiful.
Yeah.
She did Dancing with the Stars.
No, she didn't. She turned it down.
Oh, she didn't do it?
No.
Look at that.
Yeah, see?
Look at that. Look at the,
See,
look at
I
the
like
smile.
girls too.
Look at the fucking hair.
Sure.
Nice. You got a
I
good
like when
one.
women shave. I'm not
See,
like
I'm
you.
not. I don't want it completely. Like, I don't need asshole hairs hitting me in the head. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm talking about. If chicks don't shave,
Robin shaves.
They grow a tail.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, the box itself, where I do my work.
Dice.
You know,
Dice.
when the lips are getting inflated, I want to see that part. But just on the tops, I can rest my head, put a little hair,
Dice,
some nice
you're
that I can wipe my fucking dick on.
Dice, you're hotter
You know,
than
you gotta
ever.
clean up and
Dice,
do
listen
a
to me.
comedy
You're
show.
hotter than ever. You were coming off a national television show.
Yeah, I want to thank Donald Trump for putting me on
You're
there.
the talk
Donnie
of the
Trump, whatever.
You are the talk of the
You
town.
did that.
You've got your new glasses that I love.
Those
great.
aren't permanent, are they?
Yes.
Well, no, see, these are just regular for, like, driving. Because of the eye, it brings up the vision a little.
I see.
You know, so I got to wear them.
Let me tell you, the fans love it. You're on the road now. You've got to go
they should have got rid of me. You don't get rid of a star like me.
No, you know, I mean, I'm telling you, the people I left on that show are boring. It's gonna fucking hurt it. He should have stayed there.
Unless they go to the chicks. See, the chicks were interesting. You got good-looking chicks. You
And
got
they're fun to
Dolly,
look at,
You
you
got
know.
Brandy. You know,
I know
Jonah Land, the
Brandy.
comedic forum. Tom
would've been
Green.
fun to
Tom
have you
Green's
there.
great.
By the way, Tom
Me-
Green, I've
no.
always thought Tom Green was funny. You got to see what he looks like. Did you see this?
No, what does he look like?
Fucking, he gained about 80 pounds.
No, he's a skinny guy.
Really?
Yeah, but he's
No, but
fatter
let
than
me
he
tell you,
was.
me and Tom Green are good friends. I got him getting chicks again.
Once Drew Barrymore dumped him. It
No,
was
well,
very hard for him.
Well, I talked to him about. I'm the one that got him dating again.
Who's he dating?
No, he's different, like real
He's seen
regular
girls?
girls.
Yeah.
Like
why?
I call him up. I'm like, how long you going to drag this out about her?
Right.
You know what I mean?
He's
Drew,
still hung up on Drew Barrymore, huh?
You know,
She's not
I
that
get it.
hot.
She's not
cares
that hot.
about her?
He gets a lot of fucking chicks now.
Well, but you know what it was? He had a lifestyle with Drew Barrymore. He suddenly was A-list. He was suddenly invited to the Cameron Diaz party.
Running around.
And he had a lot of dough with her.
But don't
and he
you
had
like
a
Tom
mansion.
Green?
And then Johnny
I
Fontaine
like Tom. I've
comes
had Tom
around.
on the show many times. See Andrew Dice
For
Clay.
some reason, he thinks you got a problem with him.
No, I've had him on.
No, now that we're talking. So he could come on if he
Sure,
wants to.
absolutely.
Okay.
See Andrew Dice Clay.
See, Tommy, I fucking work you the right way. Get rid of your manager. Let me work you. They didn't even show outcome. Me and Tom are funny together.
Why is he still hung up on Drew Barrymore? What
Who
is
the fuck knows?
Was she a great lay?
I get him the best pussy in the street. I'm telling you.
And what does he do every minute? Drew Barrymore.
No, now he don't talk about it. Now he's past it.
For a while it was
Now
bad.
he's
huh?
past it,
It was
you know?
bad for a while, right?
Yeah, but now he's past it.
And what was he
Let's
moaning
not
about?
talk about that. It's not nice
you
when
know
you talk
some
about
stuff, huh? See
It's all in
Andrew
the book.
Dice Clay tonight.
It's on the book that I can't get a fucking deal on. How'd you get the deal?
Oh, I'll get you. My agent will give you a deal.
Really?
Yeah. You want a deal on a book? I would love
Yeah.
to read your fucking book.
The book's great. We talked about it last time.
You know what you should talk
But now
about?
It's being, Nick Cassavetes wants to write and direct it.
For details on Dice's upcoming comedy album, Filthy, and all his stand-up
No,
dates.
Filthy Animal.
It says Filthy here.
See, that's my publicist did that?
Just call it Filthy.
No, Filthy Animal, because I already did filth.
All his stand-up dates, go to andrewdiceclay.com. Dice, great seeing you. We're going to
Thank
take a
you.
break. And the
Okay.
great Andrew Dice Clay,
All right,
everyone. We'll be
take
back
care.
right after these words.
All right, God bless.
Dice.
Please, look at this. I got.
Dice, what do you got there?
Howard gave me an autographed picture. I really want the one. I got all these millions of like pictures of him from years ago with me and him and hanging out, and now I got like a new one. So I'll frame it and I'll hang it up.
Nice, man.
The Howard Stern Show. I want to talk to Howard about the chocolate and to ask you, man, I should be in there looking at pussy lips now, okay? What's up? Stuck in a room with a fat publicist. This motherfucker doing my makeup, man. Come on. That's why I came here.
You want to see some vagina?
Yes.
Not sit in a green room?
No, what's up?
All right, man. Let's get you in there, man.
Please, help me out, man. Damn.
So David Allen Greer is here.
He's one of the few people with 3 names who I like in show.
And who hasn't killed somebody.
And he isn't fucking Robin.
I heard you're bringing the new boyfriend to Jason's wedding, true?
I didn't say that.
Oh, look at you. David Allen Greer, man. I see you on TV all the time.
That's a famous guy.
There's a
What's
famous
up?
guy.
How you guys doing,
How you
Howard?
doing, man? You look
Dag.
Beautiful.
You look good.
Artie, Fax and Adams said hello to
yeah.
you from your Mad TV days.
Are they working with you now?
Yes, they are.
Oh, they're funny, great people.
Yeah.
Guys who
We were
produce
talking to Robin. She got a new boyfriend. I didn't know you were.
I'm sure David could care less.
No, I could. Actually, Robin, she don't remember me.
I do remember.
No,
you.
you don't. We
banged
worked
her?
out. No, we worked out at this health club up Columbus and something.
Reebok?
Columbus, yes.
Reebok?
Right.
Years ago, but she ignored me.
Oh,
She blew you
stop
off.
it.
She did. You were laughing with your trainer. And, you know,
We keep the trainer entertained.
yeah, no, he was cracking jokes. He was trying to get on Howard. That's what was happening. He really wasn't training.
You were
wasn't
laughing.
training.
You were laughing with your white friends.
Mhm. Saw a brother, no love. She's like,
Here we
excuse me, black man.
Oh my God! Here we go.
It just hurt me, Robin. It hurt me.
You know,
okay?
I'm a huge fan of yours, and now screw you.
Oh,
I saw you. I
stop.
was just trying to be polite. I don't.
Do you really remember? Do you
I
remember?
don't remember you
don't.
being.
See, she doesn't.
She was.
Wow.
Oh, you were working out and concentrating on your
I
body.
was working
You
out.
are. I should have been concentrating
Yeah.
more, actually. I should have.
But
But you know, one of my favorite films, Jumanji.
Ooh, thank you.
See?
But wait a
I
second.
can pull it out.
Let me just finish this one conversation before I get to David. So you're bringing the new boyfriend to
I
Jason's
didn't say
wedding?
that.
I'm going to be at Jason's wedding.
Are you?
I'm going, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
So I wanna see
Jason's
him.
wedding's a big wedding now.
Oh, so now I'm going to look like the asshole for not
You're
going?
not
Huh?
going?
I'm
Who fucking
going.
would think you're going?
I changed my mind. I said I'm going.
Shit.
Nice.
Now you're not going? You're
No,
going.
he's
I
gonna
wasn't
go.
there.
He's
No, I-
gonna go now.
You mean you say you're not going because I'm not going?
No, I said that if, in other words, if I blow it off, I won't be the big story. You'll be the big story blowing it off. But now I'm going to be
going.
the asshole. I'll go. All right.
You,
When
are you
is it?
too fucking good to party with us?
Well, I'm on the road that week. I got to hustle back for this jerk off's wedding.
Hey, David, did you start out in stand-up comedy?
No, I started as an actor, actually.
Oh, did
I
you?
was in Dreamgirls on Broadway.
Because I heard.
He's a Yale guy, right? Like
Yeah, when you got 1,300 on your SAT. How the fuck did you do that? Look at you, brother.
I did.
Man, you're a smart guy.
I did. I actually forgot what I scored, and I remember when all those things came out, and I was pleasantly re-surprised.
So you wanted to be a serious actor, and then
I
when the
did.
when the
He is a serious actor.
I know, but what you talking
but then
about?
when Keenan Ivory Wayans came to you and said, "I'm going to put you on. I want you to audition for Mad TV."
No, no.
whatever.
In Living Color.
Sorry, I used to watch the show religiously. In Living Color, you were kind of like, I'm not a funny guy.
Well, I didn't have, I wasn't a stand-up.
Right.
I'd done some stand-up because that's all I hung out with. I hung out with Damon, and Robert Townsend was a good friend.
Right.
We'd all go to these comedy clubs. So I had like 3 minutes. I would hang around with them, but that's not what I did. I didn't have a bunch of characters.
Right.
And I just thought it would be like crabs in a barrel.
But you do impressions and stuff.
I do some
Who
people.
do you do?
But
Who do you do? Who's the
well,
best one you got?
I'm not the impressionist.
No, I know, but who?
Stuff, guys, I do, like Maya Angelou is a thing I did on SNL.
Wow.
But here's how it started.
How do you do me a favor?
Well, here's
I know
what?
people who do impressions don't like to just be put on the spot.
Right.
But let me put you on the spot. What does Maya Angelou sound like?
Well,
I've
first
seen
let
her.
me explain that.
Yeah.
Nobody had ever done Maya Angelou. So that's why I said I did it. So you can't fail.
That's the greatest.
It's not like they're going to say, Artie, you don't really do Johnny Carson like it's supposed to be done. So that was the first thing. And then I thought they wouldn't want to see it because it's Maya Angelou, but they're like, oh, that's great. Let's write this up. So
what did it sound like when you said to them, here's what I do as Maya Angelou?
I never, it was just, we wrote this thing and it was like.
Let me hear goddamn Maya Angelou.
Alfred, it's wonderful to be here. What you are is a buttress, nay, a soldier. A knight whose sword is truth. No truth with a forked tongue, Howard. You do battle against those who will not listen to what comes forth from your body.
Right.
So, anyway,
you know, sometimes
pompous,
when I see
don't make no kind of sense.
When I see Maya Angelou on Oprah, for example, those two start talking. I don't know what the fuck anyone's talking about.
And she smiles like, you don't know. When I was a kid, I would watch her. She smiles like, I didn't know if she was in pain, if she had a stroke.
Right.
She, she gives you a smile.
And you know
Yeah,
what? You're a smart guy. You went to Yale. If
You can't
don't-
understand her.
I know why I can't understand her. I went to BU, but
No.
you can't even understand her. It's too
So
much.
I do that. Jeremiah Wright, which was fun.
You do Jeremiah Wright?
Well, a version of
What do
Jeremiah
you do?
Wright.
Let me hear that.
The white government is poisoning the black man by giving him a new strain of booty cancer that is killing our people. Now, Barack Obama, I say your mama.
That's
Here's that
fantastic. You see? That's hey, those Wayans brothers knew what the fuck they were doing when they hired you.
Yeah,
They
good
saw it.
people.
They saw
They're
it.
all
knew.
from New York, Chelsea Projects.
Gave you the big start.
They did.
Did you make good money on In Living Color?
No, I did not, Howard.
And I know with this new TV show, you're getting rave reviews, Chocolate News. I'm so pumped up from the reviews. I'm going to watch the thing.
It's good.
They're calling you like anyone who misses Chappelle. This is better. This
Really?
is yeah. Did
That's
you
what
see the
they're
review?
saying.
No, I did not.
Yeah.
I did not.
I
That's
mean,
really humbling.
top-notch reviews.
That's humbling, man. That's
What
humbling 'cause-
season?
But
David,
Sarah-
what season will you fly to South Africa?
Yeah, when are you going to
I've got my
Yeah.
ticket now. By the way, Howard, I have 4 Dave Chappelles on Facebook as my friend, and I don't know who the fuck they are. Because you don't know, I'm friends with the Pope.
You ever do any of that stuff? You ever go to Africa, get your roots, all that kind of stuff?
I went to South Africa to look at animals.
Right.
And I saw the Laker game.
Right.
With some black South Africans who didn't know who the fuck Shaq was. A dude named Winston.
Right.
Watched the Lakers. But I have not been back. Africa's huge if you've ever been there.
No.
So
I don't
it
go anywhere.
requires a lot of travel.
Where'd you grow up?
Detroit, man.
Oh, no
Detroit,
kidding.
Michigan. Yes.
In Detroit?
In Detroit.
Not Grosse Pointe.
No,
Detroit.
no. In Detroit. I'll put it like this. When I was in 3rd grade, there were like 3 white kids in each class.
Wow.
I mean, 3 black kids, rather. By the time I was in 6th grade, there were 3 white kids. That is how fast
It
white
flipped.
people
Fled.
moved the fuck out of Detroit.
Yeah.
It was like overnight.
Yeah, that's how my neighborhood was.
Oh, yeah.
Every white person just got the hell out.
Yep. You were like, and when I heard you talking about how you were the last white person, in Detroit, Michigan, there was one white family that lived in our black neighborhood, and they were the toughest white people I've ever seen. They were like hillbilly.
Yeah, I wasn't
crazy.
even. Yeah,
we
I
ain't
know.
going nowhere. Oh,
You know
no.
what? You
Oh,
wanna-
no. They
you-
were wild.
You want to know something? You just made me think of something. So when all the white people moved out of my town, and I was like one of the few left, and I was not tough. My mother was tough. She's like, we love black people, and we're not afraid of their skin. I go, great. I'm shaking in my pants.
I'm afraid of black people.
But all of a sudden, right, exactly. There was it's a tough town, Detroit.
It is.
I lived there. The weird thing was, all of a sudden, now Roosevelt is almost entirely black. A white family decided to move in. These were some hillbilly
Yes.
motherfuckers, just like you say.
They're not scared of
They
anything.
came in with it. I said to my parents, "You're not going to believe this. Is a white family moving in." My mother saw it as a sign. She was like, "That's right. You say Roosevelt's going to turn around. It's going to be an integrated neighborhood again." I went, "You're dreaming. These are just crazy hillbilly motherfuckers," and they were. They were like, "Hey, house for $12,000. We're buying it, and we're moving in. We don't care who lives there."
My parents wouldn't let us play with these white boys.
Yeah?
Because they were too
knew.
rough. Because they come over, break up all your toys, beat your dog's ass. They were rough, and they were always dirty too. They had like skinned up with scabs on their elbows and shit. They were hard ass white people. It's like, I'll tell you what, Keenan Wayans said that there was one white family that lived in the projects. Because I asked him, I said, why? You don't really date white women. He goes, no, because there's the last white family that lived in the projects were the nastiest white people he's ever seen.
Yes.
So that just turned him off.
You're so right, because this family had a daughter, and she had scabs all over her arms and shit,
Yeah.
like she'd been fighting.
Yes. I won't even. Yeah, it's wild.
It was
It's
scary.
wild.
Yeah,
It's wild.
it is wild. But so I asked Sarah Silverman this yesterday because she is on Comedy Central as well.
I know her.
And
She's
your
a
show is
funny.
going to be on Comedy Central. And I said, I know they pay no money.
No.
Zero, like bad money. I said, why do it? I know she works like 7 months out of the year on this show. She goes, well, it's prestigious. I get to do what I want, and, you know, my value goes up as a performer. I mean, you're not getting any money for this thing, are you?
I'm getting some money. You don't get the same money. But also, it's like this. I really felt like I wanted to do a really good show.
Right.
And also for all my fans, I have people, every time I come to New York, people who have stuck with me through thick and thin.
Yeah, but
you
this
know,
is a tremendous amount of work, isn't it?
It is a very tremendous. I mean, the second week, I felt like calling Dave Chappelle, saying, I know what happened. Because with him, there are only two people.
Right.
It was him and the white boy.
Right.
We got 7, 9 writers, and it is a lot of work.
You burn through a lot of material, and then and they come up with really good shit every week is really a tough
hard.
chore. It's
And not be lazy. And
Is
not be
this
lazy.
a once-a-week show? This
once a week.
Okay.
Once a week.
And
once
it sketches you. In other words, you're the newsman Dag, and then all of a sudden you go into different characters.
Yeah, not every sketch, but most of them. And you're right. It's a lot of work. And but it's the show I've always wanted to do. So you know the deal. If you want what you want, you got to work for it.
When you came off in Living Color, I mean, there were tons of legends who came out of that show. Even J-Lo came out of that show. And she was ugly back then, right?
She was fat ass.
She was a fat
had a big ass and a unibrow.
And
I love J-Lo, though. But that's what she was, like 18 years old, kind of thick, funky but chunky.
Were you banging those dancer chicks?
I was married. I was married my first wife, Puerto Rican.
I always thought you were like maybe gay or something.
No, I like pussy.
Did you ever hear that? Did you ever hear?
I have.
I don't know why I thought you were gay.
Why is that?
I don't
know. I've always liked pussy.
Yeah?
A lot.
Yeah?
A lot. Robin, you seem skeptical.
You never.
No.
Why are you turning on a brother?
You got a. What is your wife's Korean?
Korean. She's Korean. We have a new daughter.
Let me talk to you about that move.
Oh boy.
For a black man, if you want to date white women, it takes a lot of courage because you get a lot of shit for that.
Really?
The Korean,
in 2008?
Yeah, is the Korean thing a little more acceptable? In other words, you can marry a Korean and you're not going to get that much crap from your black brothers and sisters.
I don't know. I mean, for me, it's about the person. Right. I'm sure you've dated black women.
Oh, yes.
I know. You like the sister.
Well, his first wife wasn't black either.
Your first wife wasn't black?
She was Puerto Rican. She was a lot blacker than a lot of my family.
Really?
Let me put it like
dark skin.
Yes.
Yes.
I spent a lot of time in every project in the Bronx. Okay? Half of Puerto Rico had new Nikes because of me when I was on the I'm serious.
Did you have to fight a lot when you were a kid growing up in Detroit?
In my neighborhood, no, because it was kind of like if you walk 2 blocks this way or that way. I grew up in a really nice neighborhood in Detroit, an old neighborhood. It looked, I don't know New York, so I can't really tell you.
You're a lot bigger in person. I was surprised.
I gained a little weight.
No, I don't mean that. I mean tall. How tall are you?
6'2".
Yeah, you look like you can handle yourself.
But on In Living Color, everybody was 6'4". Keenan, those guys are, and so I was not quite as tall as them, but they're very tall people.
When you went to see Jim, when you went to the premiere of Jim Carrey's Ace Ventura, you were convinced that was going to be a flop, right? You and Chris Rock, you two met in the lobby.
I'll tell you this. So I get to the premiere, and the publicist says, "No, wait, come here. I have a seat for you. It's a special seat." And I'm like, "Okay, great." She sits me right next to Jim. Now, Jim, I liked him, but you have to understand, he was so nervous.
Right. Yeah.
It was like sitting next to somebody who's going through seizures. So I was so nervous too that I said, I have got to laugh. I got to laugh. There was so much pressure on me. I laughed the whole film, but inside I'm going, this motherfucker has lost his mind. He is so crazy that America is not ready. He's too crazy.
He's too crazy.
Jim Carrey used to do this character called
the Fireman?
No, great crazy. And this one never got on TV.
Oh, okay.
It was called Colon Man.
Yeah.
And he was a superhero, and he pulled out his 40 feet of colon, and he would rope you and lasso you. And
Why did that get on TV?
Dude, I would say, if I had $5 million, I would give you this money to do this movie for me.
Right.
So it's like Ace Ventura. This is what I'm telling you. Like, I sat for years watching people. It was like someone told Jim Carrey, you have 2 weeks to live, tell every joke, do every impression, or your head's going to blow up.
Right.
And
the movie had everything in it.
Exactly.
Right.
So I did not think America was ready for it. I go out to the lobby. Chris Rock said, David, you are right. No one will see this movie. It's over. He will never admit. Oh, yeah. Right. Of course. It was huge.
It was huge. And the rest was history. Do you get jealous? Be honest now. Do you get jealous when you see one of your castmates go into superstardom and then you go, oh, shit.
Why not me?
I don't. Well, here's how it is. Here's how it is. Like if you say Jamie Foxx. Right. Jamie Foxx, if you would have told me Ugly Girl was going to win an Oscar, I'd be like, kiss my ass.
Yeah, right.
This will, again, it will never happen.
Right.
But in Jamie, especially in Jamie's case, Jim's thing was like crazy.
Crazy.
It was, I heard he couldn't get on the Letterman show on Wednesday.
Right.
Ace Ventura came out on Friday. They called him and flew him out on Monday.
Right.
It was that kind of thing. His price went from nothing to millions of dollars in a week.
Well, he had made a movie before that, Earth Girls Are Easy, that was a real
with
bomb.
Damon.
With Damon. It was a bomb.
Yeah.
So you figured, okay, if this movie doesn't work, he's done.
Yeah.
But
so like with Jamie, to watch him grow, it inspired me because it wasn't like he did like 3 or 4 movies in a row that led up to Ray. That was like, he built this, planned it, and achieved
tremendous
it.
talent.
Yes,
he really is.
Absolutely.
And he's a nice guy.
And I'm jealous as fuck. It's a long way to say that.
Does your wife say to you,
million.
listen, why are you not making $20 million?
No, but she's very loving. She's a great woman. But she says stuff that wives say, like, honey, just come to New York and do play readings. I'm like, what are you, high on crack? Play readings? I'm like, bitch, I got to tell dick jokes. What? I can't. Why are you playing giggles? I'm like, cuz, it's paying for your shoes.
But you've bagged black chicks, right?
Yes,
I mean, you're not
have,
exclusively
absolutely.
Puerto Rican and Asian.
It's the person.
White chicks, too?
Of course. I've dated some white girls.
Famous white girls?
I've never dated any. Well, I've never dated any.
There was a name that flashed across your mind.
Not really. It was like this when I was hanging out.
Maya Angelou.
When
Wait,
we were
she's
doing
black.
Boomerang and Martin Lawrence and Eddie, Murphy, all those guys were talking about all the famous girls they fucked. I was never a part of that conversation.
You didn't have any fun.
Don't you hate when you kissing Beyonce and all that?
Okay, when you're fucking a chick and her Oscar falls off
Right.
the bed.
That kind of stuff. I hate that. He all hitting the Emmys, you banging that ass, Golden Globes and shit is falling off. That never.
When chick asks you to stuff a Tony Award up her ass.
You're odd man out between Eddie Murphy and
I'm
Martin
always trying to. Chicks looking at me like I could build their career.
Well, you know what's interesting about
You're with those
David
girls.
is
He turned down a lot of
but he
important...
plays a nerd a lot. He's clearly not a nerdy guy.
No, you're not. You're
but
actually...
it's for people because people go, "Oh, you went to Yale."
Right.
What was that like? Were you like the one black guy on campus kind of thing?
No.
And...
Charles Dutton was there when I was there, and Charles Dutton has done time. So you really can't fuck.
Well, it's funny. David, do you know Phil Lamar?
I know Phil Lamar.
Yeah,
I know
a guy, a black kid I was on Mad TV with also went to Yale.
Yeah.
And it's the same sort of thing. He's a brilliant kid, and he would get saddled with that. Like, it was so funny how Fox cast the show. It's like, this is the street black guy, this is the nerdy black guy.
Mm-hmm. Wait, I heard a story about Phil Lamar. Like, he was like, we're like, guys, I just want more lines, okay? I think what you're giving me is wrong. And LL Cool J came on the set. They said, Phil Lamar was like, hey, what's up, baby?
Yeah, no, he know what to do.
You know how we do it, killer? All that stuff. You got super black. But
I did that with LL too.
I did too. I was like, Todd. Todd. Yeah.
When you're around LL Cool J, you got to be super black.
You got to be.
Is there pressure on you to be super black in certain situations?
You just have to be.
You do. And you know how to cross that. Like
You have to
even
be.
Oprah does. She's like, girlfriend.
Right. Hey, girl.
Oprah doesn't really do it.
She tries.
She tries, but her accent is off.
Are you good at it?
She's not.
Are you good
I
at
can
it?
do it a little bit.
A little bit. Or
You know what? You know what I want to be right now, though, is I'm talking about in this point in my life, in my career on this show, is just be true to myself. Because as a viewer...
Right,
and as a listener,
I
if I think you're bullshitting me, I don't want to be
When's the last time you had to act super black? What can you think of a situation recently where you had to?
Well, I'll tell you why. It's yesterday. I'm
Yesterday.
staying at a hotel that is next to a men's shelter. So every Puerto Rican and black crackhead, you'd think I'm the most famous motherfucker in the world when I get out of that car.
Right.
Because they're all, hey, that's that dude. That's that motherfucker right there. So you can't be like, guys, please. I'm like, hey, what's up now? All right, then. So I had to say super black.
That's what you go. What's
From
up?
the town car to the front door of the hotel.
So when you leave the town car to go into the hotel, you get hit up for money from a lot of brothers
it's
and
like
things
this.
like that. Yeah. So
it's
you
like
go.
this.
Yo,
My core fans are black security guards,
right?
Custodial workers.
So when you meet a black custodial worker, you can't just say hello, sir. How are you?
You got to be down.
You're down. And how does that go? What do you say?
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Howard? What's going on, man? I'm just trying to be real. Yeah, you know how we do it. And like I remember one time this Sky Cap, he gave me career advice. That was when I was really at a low.
Right.
It was like I was performing at the Chuckle Hut in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I spent half my weekend salary on a first class ticket.
And the dude is like, you need to get with Jamie Foxx and do some of that booty call. Because this motherfucker is off the chain. And I'm like, could you get my bags, motherfucker? You giving me advice and you giving me, man, pick up my bags. Yeah, it was a low time. It was a low time. It was a low time.
That's people do give you advice like that. Like people say, like, why don't you host a show?
Yeah, like, why don't you host the show?
Yeah, why don't you hang with Jamie Foxx?
Yeah.
Why don't I have President Bush on the show? I don't know.
He was a sky cap. I'm like, what have you done in your motherfucker?
What do you do if you're in a situation where you're walking down the street with an executive, a white executive from Comedy Central, and then a custodian walks up to you who is a black man who speaks like the streets? You're caught in the middle of two worlds, right?
I may bend it. So I'm not going to be all the way, hey, what's up now? I'll be like, hey, what's going on? How you doing, man? See what I'm saying? So I bent it a little bit. But Robin, don't you got to do it a little bit. You can't be, you're not all like, excuse me, sir.
No, you never
You've never seen me in any
I've never
these
seen you
situations.
have to be super black.
I've never seen her interact with black people.
When did you have to be? No, when I would walk down the street with Robin, every car parking attendant would hit on her ass and want to fuck her so bad. I felt like I was going to get beaten up just for hanging out with her, for hanging out with a fine black woman. And it would be like, yo, motherfucker, look at that ass. And I'll be like, shit. What's Robin going to say? And she'd go,
he wouldn't say a word.
no, I would be really scared. And Robin would go, oh, stop it. You know, like you didn't really change.
She was scaring him off, though. She didn't want to encourage that behavior. But hold
there
up.
was
I
one
remember.
time a guy said, I want to be your refrigerator. I had to laugh when
I
he
gotta write that one
I
down.
was about to say one time.
No, but I was in Miami Beach, and Bill Maher was there. You know, we'd all gone down for the Super Bowl, and he had this black girlfriend. We all lost our rides to get back to the hotel, and I heard that was the Bataan Death March, because she was there. Every brother was harassing him all the way back. He almost didn't make it. I heard he almost got lynched on the street.
How great would that be if that's how Bill Maher
Cars were
died?
stopping. You know, baby, what can I do to get up in them drawers? I mean, they were like, he was not the funny man.
Thank you for hitting on my girlfriend.
But you know when the white dude, he had his arm around her shoulder with his hand out front. He was like, guys. Yeah, it was.
Stop, please.
Yeah, it was like, not funny. Not funny.
If Bill Maher died like that, that would be the greatest story of
Got beaten up.
I would love to read
help
that
him.
story.
I couldn't help him. That's how black I was acting.
This is interesting about the career of David Alan Grier, the new host of Chocolate News, premiering tonight at 10:30 on Comedy Central. He auditioned for the role of George Costanza on Seinfeld. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah.
It was one of the worst auditions I've ever done.
They gave you a script. Did they give it to you ahead of time, like a night before or something? Yeah. And they say Seinfeld is thing. And you, again, just like with Jim Carrey's career, you again said, geez, Seinfeld, he's horrible. He can't act. This show's not going to work.
Oh,
right?
worse than that. Like I knew Jerry. He's like, David, welcome. Would you read the script with me? And I'm like, okay, all right. So I'm like, hey, George, what do we do today? I'm like, I don't know, Jerry. What we gonna do? Let's go get a sandwich. Okay, let's eat a sandwich. So it was stuff like that, and he was horrible. He was horrible, which made me horrible. And I said, this is some bullshit. This will never. I didn't even think about it. It will never be done. Boom.
Oh, man,
Boom.
boom.
Oh, yeah.
That first season of Seinfeld, he's so bad at acting, you could almost see him. You could see him mouthing the words of the other actors, waiting for his line.
That's the worst. What you've just described is the worst for any actor when the guy's looking at your mouth. They don't look at your eyes. They're like,
that's brutal, man. And they
Hi,
just
Howard.
Right.
They're waiting.
And they just know the word they're supposed to talk.
They're waiting for that word.
And in a sanitarium. What?
Yeah.
So at Yale, did you study acting? I mean, were you?
Yes,
So you're a trained classical.
I'll tell you who my teacher was.
Yale Drama School is like
it's a heavy deal. Yeah.
I went to school with Kate Burton, Jane Kaczmarek, who is on Malcolm in the Middle.
Yeah.
She's doing a play with Kate Burton right now. John Turturro.
Wow.
A lot of.
That's a good group.
Oh,
huh?
Frances McDormand.
Could you tell Frances McDormand? Could you tell those people were going to be good when you went to school with them?
Well, Howard, judging from my other expertise and no.
As
a matter of fact,
she can't act.
Frances McDormand was really cool. She's really nice.
Yes.
She'll probably do some regional theater. On down the line. John Turturro. His nose is too big. No one wants to see him. It was constantly.
And were you all intense actors? And
I wasn't that. I mean, we were trying to do our thing, but
I could see Turturro being real annoying in acting school, like just all full of himself.
Not full. He was a really cool guy. He was a really cool guy, but very intense.
What percentage of your acting class ended up with a career? Probably a high percentage. What you say?
Yes, enough that we're still talking about people that went in that 3 years. Usually it's like 1 or 2 people.
Right.
It was never like there was a guy in my class who we used to call him class president because he got the lead in every play, every production. I have never heard from him again.
Did your family give you a lot of pressure not to be? They were like, you got into Yale, you shithead. What are you doing?
In acting
Be
school.
a doctor or something.
My mom. I remember when I told my mom I got into Yale, and she was at her bridge club meeting, and all the other black ladies were like, oh, David's going to Yale. What's he studying? And she said acting, and she described how embarrassed she was. Poor Ruthie.
Yeah.
Poor girl.
Here's the good news. He's in Yale.
Yeah.
Bad news is he's got a horrible major.
So they my parents, they want to be doctor, lawyer, Indian chief.
You even auditioned for the Tracy Ullman show and thought it would suck, right?
It was horrible.
Yeah, and you said, I don't want to do it.
Not only that,
very bad eye.
I do. It was. That's why when I got on Living Color, and still that show, I remember I moved
such a
back.
great show.
Yeah, but I moved back to New York with my wife, back in the same funky apartment. And I said, now I can go back to theater. And Kim Wayans called me, and she talked me down like a crackhead. She said, look, this show's going to be great for you. I turned it down 2 or 3 times, and she's like, please, you've got to do this show.
Right.
And I was smart enough to listen, and that changed everything.
You auditioned for Cheers, right?
Yeah. Well, at that time, they were every 6 months or so, they'd say, look, they're looking for a black bartender, David. Now, I want you to go meet the producer.
Right.
It's not a reading. Just be yourself. Be this person that I'm laughing now.
Right.
Please, nothing.
Right. It's not a reading.
Nothing.
Oh, man.
I wanted to be like a doctor, on a doctor show. That's really
that would have been nice.
Yeah.
You used to hang out with the legendary Sam Kinison. He was a regular guest on this show. He was great. He was brilliant, wasn't he?
He's a voice that I miss. He came on in Living Color,
right?
And he did quite a bit with us, and he was one of the funniest people.
He was.
And smartest stand-ups I've ever seen.
You said one of his big bits was Martin Luther King if he came back.
You don't. Okay, so I saw him one time at the Comedy Store, and he said that. What do you think Martin Luther King would say if he were alive today and he saw Mr. T and Michael Jackson? You mean I took a bullet for this? This is why they shot me? What, are you kidding me? Oh, yeah. He was brilliant. He was brilliant.
Wow. So you got kids, you got the wife.
2 dogs.
Second marriage, first
Second
time.
marriage.
What, you were fucking around on her?
No.
What happened?
It's just...
Come on.
I got married before I was famous. I just got married when I was an actor.
Right.
And she was an actress also, and it's pressure on the career. We got, I did Living Color, and it became very popular, and worked a lot, and we were just unhappy. Did you screw around on your wife? No,
I did not.
No, I never. As a matter of fact, in 10 years of marriage, I never kissed another woman. I was absolutely faithful, and in hindsight, I should have fucked everything because I got. It was as if I was fucking around because I had a career. So
did you go through a period of time between your first marriage and your second marriage where you fucked everything that you could get your hands on? You did.
Yes.
How many years between the 2 marriages?
95 to 2007.
Wow.
So I was ready. This time, there's no part of me that I've only been married a little over a year. We planned our daughter. We planned to get pregnant and all this stuff. So there's no part of me when I look and hear about these parties and stuff like that. I've done it. It's
so your wife
over.
must be super hot. I mean, it's not
she's really smart. She's beautiful.
Yeah,
she has a great family.
You're doing good.
Yeah. Great daughter. I'm doing the show I've always wanted to do.
Good for you.
So I'm very happy.
You can see David Alan Grier hosting Chocolate News, premiering tonight at 10:30 on Comedy Central. Like we were saying, the show got tremendous reviews in the paper today. I read it today. I said, shit, I hope these reviews are good because I know he's coming.
Right.
No. I hope they are too. I was a little nervous. And I do want to tell you that we listen to you every day.
Oh, thank you.
Morty, all those guys who Robert
Morty's your producer, huh?
Yeah.
He used to produce the Letterman show.
Yes,
I was wondering what the hell that guy guy was
Is
doing.
that the Morty we're talking about?
That's Morty, yeah.
Wow.
He's married with 2 little daughters out
No
there.
kidding. You hooked up with Morty. I like
Yes.
Morty. He's a good dude. Funny
He is.
guy. Carlos, you're on the air in Newark.
Hey, how you doing, Howard? I love all you guys. Listen, David Allen Greer does a good Marion Barry impression. He did it on Living Color.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's old. That's dusty.
That's old stuff. You don't even really.
He needs
pull
the
that one.
crack smoke around
Thank
him.
you. That's moldy. That's moldy. I don't know what I don't
You
know
need
about
a situation for that. John, go ahead. You're on the air in Miami, Florida.
Yeah, David, I don't know if it was you or somebody else from In Living Color, but you said that you ran into J-Lo once after she was famous and that she wouldn't even look at you?
No, that was Robert Schimmel, I think, or somebody else.
Oh, really?
Actually, J-Lo and I can't say J-Lo, Jennifer.
Right.
There's no J-Lo.
No. She's always been cool. We've always been cool. When I see her, we talk, we say, hey, get a hug, a kiss.
Isn't it weird, like somebody who was sort of like on the periphery of
on
your
the
show,
fringe, yeah.
and then like all of a sudden they become this big star? It's got to be weird.
It was like when I remember we went to the Vanity Fair party, you know, and J-Lo came up. She was so devastatingly hot in this like kind of translucent dress.
And again, did you
completely made over?
But did you kick yourself in the head like, go, how come I couldn't recognize that Seinfeld would be here? How come I can't recognize that J-Lo would have been a hot chick? I mean,
yeah, you could have plucked her right out of
you
the
know
crowd.
what I mean? Like you could have gotten her.
Well, I could have, but you know that would prevent me from going for years home to my tequila closet and just crying myself.
He does have a bad eye. David doesn't remember this. In 1995, I met him at the Comedy Store, and he told me I would be the biggest star in show business.
I did meet you, though, Artie.
Can you imagine? You know what it's like, though? It's like JD on our show. like 5 years from now, became the biggest star in the business. That's what David's talking about.
That's right.
Let's go to my
I will
tequila
tell you
closet.
something.
Right,
I
yeah.
will tell you something.
Go ahead.
There was a night. You asked did I ever
Bang.
just did it? Oh, no, this is worse. I remember reading the cover of Variety, and it was like Martin Lawrence got $20 million for his first. And I was driving the 101, and I pulled over, and I just said, you know what? I just need a minute, because that was at a time where I gotten this divorce, and I was paying out of my ass. I had to do every job. This is when dudes in Harlem were like, what the fuck are you doing? Pauly Shore, man, what's up? Tom Arnold. And I was like, you don't understand. So I did pull over. I just sat for a minute.
Did you cry?
Said, I didn't cry, but I took a lot of deep breaths. I said, ooh, 20 million. And I started the car, and I just went right on back to work. It was, it was hard.
Man, that is tough. Do you have a lot of money? I mean,
I do. I mean,
because I'm
listen,
trying to
I've been
figure out-
very fortunate. Do I get $20 million of film? No, but I've always worked.
But here's the thing. In Living Color didn't pay you anything because they got you when you were young and, you know, you used to be your first gig.
Well, Fox wasn't a network. That's
Right,
how they got
exactly.
around.
So it was, they could do whatever they want. They didn't have to pay you. And Comedy Central ain't paying you.
They're not a
paying
network.
a bit. They're paying more than normal people make.
Right.
You know what I mean?
But where was the chunk of dough that you made? Like, was it the movies?
I did. You know what? Here's what happened.
Yeah.
After the second year of Living Color, I sat out. Jim Carrey sat out. Jamie Foxx tried to sit out. A lot of people did.
Yeah.
And so then I started getting paid more.
Right.
So what I'm saying, I've always had a pilot. I've always had a development deal for the last 10 years. I have always had some kind of development deal. So I've always been getting money, getting paid, doing well. It's just I never did tremendously billion-trillion-dollar wealth.
Jason, you're on the air in Columbus, Ohio, with David Allen Greer, the host of Chocolate News. You got to watch it tonight at 10:30 on Comedy Central. It's getting great reviews. Go ahead, Jason.
Hey, David.
Hey, what's up, man?
I was wondering if you knew that Howard banged your Boomerang co-star, Robin Givens.
Yeah, I did know that.
Oh, you did? Did she call you?
I dated her. I didn't say I banged her.
Did she call you?
I did know that. Let me tell you a story.
Yeah.
So, Damon and I were in Robin Givens' trailer when we were doing Boomerang. And Damon and I, we really wanted to ask Robin about Mike Tyson.
Right.
We didn't know how, so we sitting there giving each other eyes like, you go ahead. So Damon goes, what happened with you and Mike Tyson? And she goes, her eyes welled up, and she went, we were just two young kids in love. And we just went, we left the trailer and fell out laughing. It was crazy. It was crazy.
She's a very nice
She
girl.
is.
She really is.
She is.
And beautiful. You don't get more beautiful than that.
I
right?
ran into her in the drugstore, and she had a little son. I think she had two kids.
She does. She has two kids. Yeah. There
Yes,
you go.
absolutely.
There you go.
She's
A walk down memory lane.
She didn't call you and tell you about Howard, though, huh?
I didn't know that. I would have asked her. I would have said, what's going on?
She probably would say, I prefer not to talk about that.
But how long did you go out with her?
We went out, how long, Robin? I don't know.
I don't know. A few months.
A few months.
Oh.
A couple of months we dated.
We were just a young kid and an older man in love.
She likes powerful men.
Yes, I'm glad to be in that group.
You got up in the draws. Now, is that the only black woman or what?
That's the only black woman I dated. In Roosevelt, I tried to date a lot of black women, but you got to understand, I'm older than you.
Yeah.
When I was growing up.
What is that noise?
Chris, are you there?
Yeah.
Could you stop the noise?
Oh, I thought that was a sound
hold on
effect.
just a second.
What are you, in guitar lessons?
Yeah,
Dude, I thought that was like they were playing music.
Yeah, who are you, Crosby, Stills, and Nash? No, but you got to understand one thing. When I had major crushes on a lot of black women when I was growing up, and I would try to date them, and the girls would say, "You crazy? We're gonna."
Yeah.
It's not in this community. It's just never going to be. Which, I mean, first of all, I'm not the most delightful guy to go out with, but maybe they were using that as an excuse.
Yeah,
but
maybe they would have bent the rules.
There's no
in other
chance.
cases.
Yeah, there was no chance. I was in love with this girl, Judy. She had the most beautiful afro. She was tall, thin. I mean, I would have given my left nut to go out with her, but she looked at me like, "What the fuck are you, crazy? I'm not going to ruin my reputation going out with an asshole like you."
I had a black chick crush in high school, man. This chick, Toy Green.
Now that's a black girl name.
Toy Green.
Toy Green.
Smoking hot.
That's a stripper name, then.
Chris, go ahead. Ask your question in Longview, Texas.
Okay, well, David kind of hesitated whenever he, asked if he was with somebody famous. Was Lori Petty maybe the girl that he might have been?
That's true. No, Lori Petty and I dated for quite a while. She was the first relationship I was in.
Who is Lori Petty?
Lori
She was
Petty's,
in Tank Girl.
yeah.
She was in
And
a lot of big
the
movies.
big movie, the baseball movie.
Right. A League of Their Own.
League of
She
Their
was
Own.
in. She's very beautiful.
So
Very
what's the
attractive.
problem there? Why didn't you?
Nothing. I'll tell you what the problem there was. Timing. Because it was the first relationship after I had gotten a divorce. So it was all, if she left a piece of lint in my house, I was over there, here you go. I had just gotten out of this. I wasn't trying to get married. But yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right.
Well, let me tell you something. You are a delightful man to have on the show. Super talented guy. I love everything you did in Living Color.
Thank you.
Was, I mean, really, just amazing. And
groundbreaking, yeah.
Groundbreaking stuff. And
We're
now
still talking about it.
I'm wishing you a lot of luck on this Chocolate News premiering tonight at 10:30 on Comedy Central.
You know what I
David
wanted to ask
Andrea.
him about Living Color? Well, you forget all the shit he did. The two gay guys.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Man News.
you going to have any gay characters in Chocolate News?
I do play
gotta throw them in there.
Transgender.
Transgender.
Character.
Yeah.
And, when they put the titties on, it was one of those, it was so fucked up because I was walking to the set and the crew guys were like, "Hey, what's up, man?" They all had like cameras and stuff, and I knew if this is not funny, I am fucked. I'm like going to be blogged into the shitter. But it was very funny. So yeah, new characters, all new stuff.
I wanted to ask him about because the guys writers on his show, executive produced Mad TV, these guys Fax and Adam, they're real funny guys. And I used to ask them all. We used to ask them all the time the character you did where it was you and Tommy Davidson doing those guys with the car, like the BAM!
The BS Brothers.
What was the name of those guys?
Clavel. My name was Clavel. Yeah. Those were guys.
What was that based on?
Those were real guys.
Really?
Because at the first year of Living Color, there was no security.
Right.
So people, I remember one time the Fly Girls were dancing, and these two dudes tapped Lisa, one of them, "Hey, girl, hey, let me get your number." That kind of stuff. Guys would come down into makeup, and dudes would be up there, and those were those guys who would hit on Keenan like, "Hey, look here, brother, I'm trying to get a script to Spike Lee. Now, what can I do to help you help me?" And we started doing those guys for him, and all that stuff, and so that's where they came out of. They were real dudes.
These characters always have their card, like there's a hot chick like in a tub. He's like, "Yeah, bam!" Hit me on that.
And it's black people. Everywhere I go, I meet people. I met this dude in the Burger King line at the airport. He's like, "Hey, man, what's up now? Do a little barbershop thing. What can I do to produce one of your shows?" I'm like,
What are you talking about?
Didn't you just tell me you cut hair? Yeah, only black people will do that shit. Havret, what can I do to get a production with you?
Clavel.
But it's so true because I guess every black guy says, "Hey, why are you not helping me? I'm a black guy too, and you have to step up to the plate."
Well, last night we were coming out. A friend of mine, Drew Frazier, black dude, comic, and this other dude comes up. He says, "Hey, man, big fan."
Just want to give you my card. I'm a young brother, just got in town, trying to make some moves. So I took it, and I started walking away. Drew was like, well, what the fuck do you do? And the guy stopped. He's like, I'm marketing, organizational planning. We're like, what? I thought he was a comic. I'm like, what? You ain't even.
How are you going to help him?
You're not even in the same business.
No, I can't help you. I can't help you.
Maybe even actually go to the market for you.
Exactly. I can't help you.
The great David Allen Greer.
David.
Well, it's over. It was great. It was great. I've been a fan of Howard's for like years. I've wanted to do this show. It was just a wonderful experience, man.
You guys seem like you're really hitting it off in there. It was very comfortable, and you're just telling stories. And
Yeah. I mean, like I'm saying, Morty and I, Pete Aronson, all of the producers on Howard Stern, the first thing we talk about in the morning is, did you listen to Howard? Unfortunately, the Sirius radio is in my wife's car, so I only listen to it when I'm in her car. Or I do listen to it late at night.
On the replay.
Yeah.
What is it about Howard Show that makes you feel comfortable and really, why is it so funny and so real?
Listen, there are two people where I felt that comfortable, David Letterman and Howard Stern, maybe Adam Carolla is another one. It's their talent as interviewers, really, because we never met. I never met Howard, and it's his ability to put you at ease, to be honest for a minute, and so that's why I think he's so good. Also, he asks those questions that we all want the people to ask, and they never do.
Right. It's got to be a lot different from all the other press you've been doing for Chocolate News.
Exactly. All the other press was like, it's corny.
Scripted questions.
Yes, corny bullshit. And they tell you, I'm going to ask you about your toes. Is that cool? And you're like, yeah. I'm easy though. I'm easy. I don't really need to any prep. Let's just do it.
Cool. And you also got to reconcile with Robin a little bit.
I did. I was just giving her a hard time. I was a little nervous when I went in there at first, but it's true. It was true. It was all true. It's all true.
Well, thanks for stopping by, man. Good luck with Chocolate.
Let me look at Paul McCartney.
There he is.
Look at you.
Hello.
You got a guitar.
A very merry on birthday to you. A very merry on birthday to Howard.
bringing you a
That's for you, man. That's a gift.
Oh,
it's a birthday gift. Where am I going?
Get the hell out.
What am I going to sit?
To the couch.
On the couch?
To Howard, happy birthday, Paul McCartney. Is this one of your basses?
No.
Oh. What
It's yours.
No, really. Where'd you get this bass?
It's me and the crew here. Concocted. It's for your fourth column.
But what is this bass? Tell me so I understand what I have here. My hands.
It is a Hofner bass, similar to the one that I play.
Right. And I'm gonna cherish that.
I hope so.
I recognize it.
I really have this unbelievable feeling about you, and I'm honored you would be here today.
Yeah.
And I'm so happy you're here. I even went home last night, listened to your new record.
Yeah.
Fantastic. I was playing some tracks from it this morning. I think you hit a home run with this.
You're
who's this
onto
guy?
something with this music. You should keep with it.
You think so?
Stick with it. The guy Youth, right? That's the guy you work with.
Yeah.
And but the project is called what? Fire?
Yeah, what we do, it started a long time ago, and we decided to kind of go under a pseudonym, me and him. He's a DJ kind of clubby kind of guy.
Right.
Who once did a mix for me. So we decided we'd go in the studio and just have fun.
Right.
And not work.
Right.
So we concocted this idea of the fireman. So we went in and we kind of made sort of like clubby ding-a-dong-a-ding-a-dong-a-ding-a-dong music.
Right.
We just made a couple of albums like that.
No vocal tracks.
No vocal tracks.
Right.
But so this time we went in, we said, let's do it again. This time we went in, he started saying to me, well, what about vocal, man?
Right.
I said, I haven't got a song. He says, yeah, well.
But do you sit there and write a lyric?
No, so I just stood up at the mic, and we had the track going, we got a groove going. And I just stood up at the mic and went, well, yeah, okay, now, balawaya. And just started throwing things at it, And then I'd hear a bit of a lyric, or we'd look in a poetry book or something, and we'd see silent lovers, oh yeah, angels smiling. So we just started to concoct it and put it together and paste it.
That's how you do it? You don't sit down and write something down in a book?
No. So that's the fireman. That's the whole thing about the fireman. He can do anything.
I think it's real good stuff.
Thank you.
I like it a lot. I
Thanks,
played
man.
a couple of tracks this morning for everyone, and I'll play some more. But it's exciting for me to see you making new music and to put your voice down on there. It's good. You're doing a good thing.
Have you ever gotten into a slump with music? Have you ever said, I need to be away from it for a while, or has it always been there for you?
I'm very lucky. That doesn't really happen. You kind of think it will.
Why are so many of the songs deal with the light? In other words, I see references to light shining through. And my theory was, I was being a psychologist, you went through a dark period, shitty marriage, which, by the way, who told you to get the prenup? Do you remember?
Stop it, Howard.
When you were on my show.
Let's not say I told you so.
I'm gonna do a little I told you so. You said to me, I know I'm in love. And you told me a whole story how an owl told you yes, and this is the right move. Do you remember the owl story?
No.
You've forgotten
I deny everything.
And I said to you, never mind an owl. I want you to get a prenup. And you said some people believe in love and some people believe in romance. Oh, you don't care about that. No prenup.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Oh, of course you got to do one. Come on.
No, man. Didn't Michael Douglas do one, and then he's kind of canceled it?
He ripped it up.
But they
That's
said
cool.
that doesn't count.
He's insane.
Yeah, but he's a moron. He's not a Beatle.
You know what? He might just be in love.
Yeah. If I was you, I'd find that owl, and I know you're a vegan, but I'd eat that owl. If once you make an exception and eat the bird.
Oh, man.
But I was worried, because I said all these references to light.
Yeah.
It says almost you're saying now there's a light shining on me. I'm free.
Yeah.
I feel better.
Well,
I'm
the
happy.
thing is, when you do a project like The Fireman, because you're not actually sitting down and crafting the song, I think what happens is, psychologically, I think stuff that's just in you comes out because that's all you've got to pull on. So
Yes.
I think love and light and
and it's a darker, edgier album than I think you've ever put out, and I think it's because you went through a dark place. And sometimes creatively, that's maybe what you need.
that could be true.
Maybe
I don't
life was
know.
too
I'm not a
perfect.
psychologist.
The eventual birth of something good.
And by the way, I feel now that there is almost like a TV show going on in front of our eyes, The Bachelor, starring Paul McCartney. Everyone's trying to date you now.
No, I don't know about that.
Well, hold it a second.
Are you?
Well, Robin is, and I'll get to that in a minute.
He's after me.
There's a couple of girls here that actually want to throw themselves at you. But here's the thing. There was a period of time after the divorce, I saw you dating Renee Zellweger, a couple of dates with her, who I think is attractive. I like her. Maybe
Sweet girl.
she's good to me. Mrs. Paul McCartney, Mrs. Renee Zellweger. Well, I like that.
Zellweger McCartney?
I thought Zellweger McCartney might work out. I saw Christy Brinkley when I saw you over the summer.
Yeah.
She was throwing herself at you.
Howard,
Paul.
you know what, Howard? You read too many newspapers.
Oh.
This is it. See, I'll tell you, want to know the truth about that?
Yeah.
I was at, they had a series of concerts out in East Hampton.
I was there.
You were there.
I saw you.
And at one of these, my nephew, who I went with, Lee, he just sort of said, "Oh, Chrissy's over there. Do you want to say hi?"
Yes.
So I go, "Yeah, sure." So I've known her over the years, Billy's wife, when she was Billy's wife. So I just went over and said, "Hey, how are you doing, Chrissy?" And I did it, mwah, mwah.
And they photographed.
And they photographed it. So then the next thing, Paul makes up to Chrissy. Wow, it's the big new thing. It was all over the English newspapers. And then same thing happened with Renee, really. She was a friend of a friend, and I went to a lunch where she was. And so then,
hold it. The thing
Aren't
with
you trying
Renee,
to meet these people? You go to a
Yeah.
lunch with her?
you're more social than you've ever been now.
I'm a
You're out there.
social, I'm
gotta
a social person, Howard.
No, you have to put yourself out there because you're dating. And you are a man who needs love. This is why I feel
You
very
don't like to
connected
be
you.
alone.
I feel you're very evolved this way.
Does anyone like to be alone?
No.
I think, guys like romance.
You
love.
never made
Well,
it-
I do, anyway.
You never made out with Renee Zellweger?
I did not. And now, Howard, you're going there again. I remember last time
Why
I came
wouldn't
on
you,
the
though?
show.
She's fine.
She's a very nice person.
But not your type.
No, I mean, we just...
The date didn't work out.
It wasn't like that.
But it is like that.
No, it isn't.
The romance.
If you didn't
Howard,
like her, you would have
I
gone
was
out with her
there.
again.
I was there. I was
you
the
attracted
guy.
to her? Are you attracted to her?
I think she's a very nice person.
But you would not go out with
I think you're a very nice person.
her? Would you go out with me?
No.
I would.
Was there a thing with Rosanna Arquette?
Yeah. Now, Rosanna Arquette, that was the other one.
There were some ladies during that summer that I did date, and
I would love
it
to
was
have
all
sex
very,
with her. Roseanne Arquette.
But Howard, I think you would love to have sex with anyone. I mean,
Anybody who would.
or am I wrong?
You are right.
I thought so.
So you were into this whole dating scenario that I was following because I'm worried about you. I am. I want you to find love. I want you to be connected to somebody good. I was horribly affected by your divorce. I didn't like what was going on one bit. And I was
I don't
very
know if you
vocal
heard
about
us during that time, but
No, I didn't. I was in England. Probably a good thing, was it?
But you know what I respect about you? You took the high road.
You know what, man? I mean, things don't always work out,
You're
and you know,
telling
you know that,
right?
And I like the idea of trying to be kind of reasonably dignified. I don't think it helps to really go mouthing off all the time. And the other thing you got to remember, I got kids, you know.
And you got a daughter with Heather.
I got a little baby, yeah. And so that's very much part of the equation. So in truth, what I'm trying to say to you now is I don't really talk about that.
Good for you.
So should we talk about the fireman?
Are you happy? Yes, I'm going to talk about the photo. Are you happy with this new broad you're with?
no.
Who's that?
The new woman, the rich one. I like her for you. I'll tell you
The
why.
New Yorker.
The New Yorker. I'll tell you why I like her for you. And I'll get off it. But let me tell you why I like this broad. I don't know her name, Nancy. I like her.
You do know her name.
I had to think about it.
Why do you like her for him?
Because Nancy Chevelle, she got her own money.
You don't know her name?
And that's a good thing. Sir Paul's got to be very, very nervous about that.
Everyone knew her
You're a
as
very
Nancy?
wealthy man. Everyone knew her as Nancy.
Yeah,
you know that.
I know.
Okay, right.
It's all coming
They
true.
said her name was Miguel, but she called herself Lil. You understand what I'm saying? So my point is, this one, I don't know her from a hole in the wall. What do I know about you and your dating and whether she satisfies you sexually? I don't know. I can only guess.
Yeah.
I mean, who could satisfy you sexually? You're Paul McCartney.
You.
You think I could?
I've got a feeling, Howard, and that's really why I came on this show.
You never made love to a man.
No, I haven't actually, no.
There's a new book out about John that claims
Have you read that book?
Have you read that?
You know, that rumor came out a long time ago, and the thing was, the person that started the rumor, the book that it was in, he didn't know John.
Right.
And whereas I did. So I said to people, you know, around about that time, I said, look, I was on tour with John. I grew up with John. We slept in the same bed in hotel rooms. We topped and tailed it like kids do, you know, and you're growing up. And I said, and never once did I see any hint of that. Now, you know, we spent drunken nights together. I think there would have been a hint. Don't you?
When here's what the
somewhere. If he was gay, I think there would have just been a hint somewhere. But it was a rumor started years ago that I think it's a nice story if you can make it stick. Well, I don't think it's true.
Here's what the book claimed. Your sexuality was so powerful over him. He was so enamored of you, so attracted to you almost, that you could have your way with him, not sexually.
Did you feel a power
but in
over
business,
him?
that you had that he was sort of at your mercy because he was so in love with you. That was the theory in the book.
Well, you know, I mean, I like that theory.
Yeah, you wish that could have been true.
No, man.
No, not to have sex, but to be able to control him more because it would have been a little bit easier business-wise.
But Howard, listen, man.
Yeah.
You can make up theories about anything.
Do you imagine if you were gone and he was here, they'd be saying he had the power over you?
I think that might be very true. I mean, you know, we can make up anything, and that is really, particularly with the Beatles, that's what happens. They just take one tiny fragment of evidence, and they blow it up into a book, even, you know.
Yes.
Now, the thing is, I mean, let's start right here now. Why is she behind that glass? Because she
Gotta
is
keep her
so,
away from you.
Robert
That's
is
right,
so
you'd be in
powerfully
danger.
attracted to you
No.
and the power you have over her.
That's true.
You know what I mean? We
she
can
is
make
in
that
love with
stick.
me. Make it
couldn't we?
stick. She's in love with me. Trust me.
You wish.
Come on.
He's
You
already
wish.
started that rumor.
Do you want 30? While we're talking about love for a second, and
Yes.
before because I want to play some tracks from the record, and I'm gonna be very complimentary because you did a good job here, and when you do a good job, I'll let you know it.
Thank you, Howard.
All right. Now, Robin, do you want to say something to Paul about how you feel about him?
Well,
and
I just
you
wanted
said
to
this morning
simply
you would
say,
like. Go ahead.
I'm throwing my hat into the ring. you need someone to be with, and I'm here for you. And I'm a vegan, so we don't have that issue.
Robin, what is going on? I mean, I'm thinking I'm just coming on a radio show, and this is
we could be very happy
it's the dating
together.
game.
I was
I
shocked.
think
She
we could
said
be
she
very
wants
happy
you.
together.
Well, I'm very
low
flattered.
maintenance.
Isn't she
No,
a perfect
low maintenance.
perfect date for the inauguration?
Take me to the inauguration, Paul, please.
Now Artie wants you too, but I'll let him tell us about that.
He can have his turn later.
In all seriousness, there does seem like there's a sweepstakes out there for you. It's a dating sweepstakes. And listen, and you know what I'm going to tell you? Enjoy yourself a little
Just
bit.
imagine being an eligible bachelor.
Yeah. It's like
at this time.
That'd be good.
It's like your daughter Stella said. Dad, be a little more selective.
The kids would
Did she
like
say
me,
that?
Paul.
Yes.
The kids
Did
would
she?
like me. Kids like me.
Yeah.
Do they?
Yes.
Well, okay then. It's inauguration all the way.
So
now, you listen, Howard. You are bad. You know, you come on this show. You just make all this up. I love you.
What have
but
I made
you're
up?
bad.
What have I made up? You were dating this girl,
No,
Nancy.
you made that up. Yeah, but I mean, you know, you're
But no,
throwing
Rob,
Robin
no.
at me.
She
I'm
loves
throwing me at you.
Show Paul your breasts.
Oh, stop it. I don't think he would like that.
You ever dated a black woman? Ever gone interracial?
Sure he has.
Oh, what do you mean? How do you know?
I
that?
know all about it.
Have you dated black women?
Yes, I have.
You have. When was that period of time?
Back in the day.
Before Linda?
It was in the day. It was
Really?
before John fell in love with me. Stop it.
Too much.
Yeah.
All right, listen. We have to get to a lot of stuff. When you come in here,
I
it's
guess
not
I'm
often I
being
get a hold of you.
rejected. Oh.
I think you were just
I'll
rejected.
live, I suppose.
Robin owns 2 homes, by the way, just so you know. What do you think of that?
Honestly.
Right. So now,
I made, like I was thinking of making my pitch all this time.
you got to answer some Beatle type questions before we get to
That's okay. I like the
All right,
Beatles.
all right,
Very
all right.
good band.
Just tell me something about Abbey Road for 1 second. Because we were having a discussion before you came in and everyone was throwing out questions. I had heard that Abbey Road was not supposed to be called Abbey Road. You were going to call it something like Mount Everest or something.
Yeah.
This is true?
That is true, yeah.
What is the story there?
Well, you're making an album, and towards the end of the album, you start thinking, well, we need a title for this. So you're looking around, you're fishing around. And the engineer, Jeff Emmerich, who is our Beatle engineer, who did all the great sounds for us, was smoking cigarettes called Everest. They like a kind of menthol cigarette at the time. And we kind of looked at that and said, Everest. It's kind of, it's big, it's heroic. That could be good for the album. So that was the working title. But the more we thought of it, we went, no, this is not great. And just one day we were in Abbey Road working, and I just sort of said, well, look, why not Abbey Road? Because if we did that, we could just run outside.
Right.
There's a level crossing, as we call it out there, zebra crossing. And we could just stand there, we could get photographed, come back to work. It'd take 2 seconds.
Right.
I said, and it's not a bad title, Abbey Road. To us, it was kind of just the name of a studio. But I thought if you take it out of context, it kind of sounds like Monastery Lane. Abbey Road.
Isn't it weird how just a simple thought like that becomes a legend? I mean, that's like iconic now, Abbey Road.
Yeah.
And yet it could have been called Everest. And that would have required the Beatles to fly to Mount Everest and
for
do a
the
whole
cover
photo
shot.
shoot. So in a way, it was sort of a lazy approach.
It was a cheap approach.
It was a cheap approach. What do you think of Ringo now coming out with this statement? He will not sign anything. Did you see peace and love, peace and love?
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
I love him.
It's the great.
I think he's cool, man. I mean, you got to love Ringo.
Yeah.
The thing is, so the truth is, Ringo was always like that.
Right.
Really?
He was the one, if fans came to his door, he'd just say, piss off.
Right.
And he would not have anything. He'd say, this is my private life. Out there, I'm a Beatle, that's fine, and I'll do things, when we go to shows. But I'm at home with babies and a wife. I don't want that.
But it's a big statement to come out with.
I know it is,
all of a sudden, I will not sign anything. I said on the air, I said, listen, Ringo's not that busy. I mean,
He
Paul
said
McCartney.
he was too busy. He said he was too busy.
I mean,
No,
he's
but
too
listen.
busy. What is he busy with? That he's so busy.
Now he's signing mine now.
Right. I mean,
I've
you will
sent him
sign
mine.
things. You sign things from time to time.
I
mean,
just
it's-
signed outside the studio here,
Absolutely. It's not a big deal.
No, but the thing is, listen, he has the right to do whatever he wants to do in life.
You know who?
And he doesn't want to do that. And I think it's very brave of Ringo. I like that about Ringo. He'd just go, peace and love, I'm not going to sign. And everyone go, what? I mean, you know what happened to him? He went up to Liverpool. Liverpool was just declared the capital of culture in Europe.
Right.
And so it was a big year for our hometown, Liverpool. So Ringo goes up there, and he opens the ceremony, he plays. The whole city loves him. He's the favourite son. And he comes back down to London. He goes on a talk show, and the guy sort of says, well, you must love Liverpool and miss it. He goes, no, really. And so all the people in Liverpool going, ooh, ooh. And there was some, you know, the topiary stuff where they make statues out of out of hedges.
Yes.
Well, there was one with the Beatles, you know, up in Liverpool, and his head got cut off shortly after.
They were mad at
him. They were mad at him.
So
I mean, you know, you've got to love him. I love him.
I play that statement almost every day on the air. But you know how you get him in
they're
line?
now saying that he's refraining from making any new messages because he got so much flack from that.
You know who's sitting and waiting to sign things? Pete Best. He'll sign anything.
We've had him on here, you know.
When you release these early Beatles anthology things, you know, Yoko gives you permission whenever you have to go through all that mess.
How you two doing?
Yeah, how you and Yoko?
Fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Wasn't there a 13-minute track you wanted to release that the Beatles had done, and then and Yoko said no?
It wasn't Yoko, actually. No, I think George didn't like it at the time. Right. The thing is, I was asked to do something in the 60s, and I was kind of grooving around London, and the other guys were kind of living out a little bit in the suburbs.
Right.
They'd all got married, so I was just kind of grooving around, and I got asked to do a piece of music for a thing called the Carnival of Light, which is a real sort of hippie thing, man.
Right.
And it was great, you know, and the guy said, you could do anything. So I just went into the studio before a Beatles session, and when the guys came in, I said, look, can we just have 15 minutes where I'll just organise a little bit of craziness? Is everyone up for it? The guy said, yeah, sure, you know. So I said, okay, well, just wander around and just hit anything you want, just say anything you want, just play a ding on the piano, or go on the drums, or say,
avant-garde music. Yes.
Avant-garde.
Yes.
As George used to call it, avant-garde a clue.
Yeah.
So I said, well, we'll just do this for 15 minutes, and then that's me covered. I'll give it to the guy. We put a lot of echo on it.
Right.
So we did that, and it is 15 minutes of avant-garde Beatle music. Now, because the Beatles was such a big thing, it now is of interest.
Right.
But, you know, I meet people at, like, my kid's school. There's, like, a nice dinner lady there who I chat to. She said, ooh, new Beatles music, 15 minutes. Ooh. I said, I don't think you'd like it.
Right. Nobody might
It's not what you're thinking it is.
Right.
It's kind of, hey, about you. Yeah, whoop, 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 whoop.
But you were willing to let it out there, but
Cool.
George was against it.
You know, and I thought it might be good on the anthology.
Right.
Where we were putting everything out. It was like every old bootleg we'd ever done. And I thought that might be an interesting part of the kind of 60s story. I thought that was the perfect place
Is that good for Pete Best financially? Because some of that stuff did include him. Does he get a cut of some of the dough? So that's nice. Do you ever write him a check? Do you ever say, you know, I feel so bad for this son of a bitch when we threw him out of the band?
No, I
Don't feel anything.
No. I feel it. You know, I know his
pain.
I know his brother. I know the family and stuff, and we chat and
He
stuff.
hasn't written you letters from time to time. So listen, come on, help me out. It's killing me. You
How
guys,
about a reunion?
you
He's
guys-
got his pride, Howard.
He does. Was he thrown out of the band because he was so good looking?
No.
It was his drummer.
You know what? The truth was, we just kind of fell in love with Ringo's drumming.
Right.
Ringo was in another band, and we had Pete, and we were working, and we used to go see this other band. We said, God, that drummer's good.
Right.
And one night, Pete couldn't do it, and Ringo sat in for him, and we all just went, It was like, oh, my God, what is
What do we do
happening?
now?
There was something funny going on.
Yeah.
Behind us was this powerhouse and this person who was, like, taking care of the job, and we went, oh, dear.
Is the lesson learned from that never
Never
be
miss